And it's tough to sell to every Jet fan who's actually going to pay money to go to MetLife Stadium next year. Go watch Geno Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
So let me position it a different way then. If you were having this conversation with Jet, hey, Jet, how you doing?
He doesn't care about the Jets. It's Spence now.
Okay. Hey, Spence, how you doing? Did you have a good day at school today?
Yeah.
Guess what's going to happen when the football season starts?
What, Dad?
We're going to go see a quarterback who we all thought was going to be a good player. Now, he didn't succeed here. He actually really failed, but he went and found himself somewhere else. So now he's coming back, and he's going to help us get to that next plateau. So, we might get his jersey if he's really good and gets it to the postseason. Yeah. But what we're really going to do is hope he wins some games, and then next year we're going to draft our hero.
See, you're very close, and I don't know. You tell me, Sean, because you're the captain of being a fan, being upset, and then saying, okay, now I got to deal with it. Now I got to wrap my arms around it. It has been 5 minutes. We started a little bit late today because we're actually doing our show from the Boomer and Geo studio, some studio malfunctions. But bottom line is we're on the air. Took an extra minute.
Yeah. We'll be back in the other studio next segment.
Oh, good. Will we?
Yeah, we're already back.
That's fantastic. All right, anyhow, it's been 5 minutes. I've clearly expressed my displeasure with this move. Is it too soon, since it's been almost 24 hours, for me to now give you the Evan Roberts Cope?
No.
Can I do the Evan Roberts Cope?
I think it's time for the Evan Roberts Cope.
Okay. Can I do the Evan Roberts Cope?
Yes, let's hear.
All right. And I'll do the same storyline with Spence on my knee as I get ready to go to week 1 against the Raiders at MetLife Stadium. Here's the Evan Roberts Cope. What a story this would be. What a freaking story this would be. The New York Jets have never found their franchise quarterback since Joe Namath, which in my opinion basically isn't real because it happened so far before I was born. It's just stories that Joe B tells me. What a story it would be that a guy that we drafted who failed here, he failed here for numerous reasons. He failed here because he was immature. He failed here because he got in a fight over $600 and got punched in the face. He failed here because he got kicked off a plane. He failed here because he was just not ready. Wouldn't it be amazing if that guy, who then took a journey around the NFL, turned his career around, they wrote him off, he didn't write back, his career then goes back into the toilet, right. The Jets are on like the typical LOL run. Wouldn't it be something if the answer to the trivia question on who saved the New York Jets was actually that guy, that Geno Smith, like Vinny Testaverde years earlier, returns to New York and leads us somewhere that on March 11th you could never imagine. That in a world in which Sam Darnold was a Super Bowl champion, wouldn't it be something that when it didn't work with Mark Sanchez, and it didn't work with Geno Smith the first time, and it didn't work with Sam, and it didn't work with Zach, wouldn't it be something if the story that we get to finish is that Geno Smith returns and leads us in the most improbable run in NFL history, much like Super Bowl III to a world championship.
Now you're getting like delusional.
And that's the story I'll try to tell myself and my son before this season starts. Right. Do I believe a word of it? No. Not a second.
Why are you going that deep into it?
Because you always want to go Tiki into a season, not believing cute stuff like we won a few games, but you want to believe the big boy picture. And so that's how I'm going to cope. I'm going to try to convince myself that as much as I hate it, Geno Smith is going to be the answer we've been waiting for.
Did we do this last year with Russell Wilson, Sean?
No, but he wasn't a former Giant.
Yeah, but he was a former champion.
We
didn't do this with Russell Wilson. We felt like we have a young. This is after the draft, obviously. We have a young kid who we don't know, but he looks like he's cool. He looks like he's got the moxie. He looks like he's got the swagger. Maybe he can be that guy. But Russell Wilson's our player, our guy right now. He's just the bridge until we get to Jackson Dart. We weren't talking about winning a championship in year one with a guy who we know is not capable of winning a championship. Why are you even thinking that?
Because your dreams are different than my dreams.
No. What's great about this is Evan stood on his platform and refused to say, I never said with Aaron Rodgers we could win a championship. And here he is, 24 hours after Geno Smith, putting that picture in the head.
Because that's what we do as sports fans. Why be a sports fan if we can't dream of the impossible? I'm not predicting it. You guys know better than that.
Yeah.
I don't like the move. I've made that clear. But what you try to do as a fan is talk yourself into believing. Dude, you're the king of it. So for you to make any negative comments towards me, Sean, is the height of hypocrisy.
No. I'm bringing up your hypocrisy. I actually like what you're doing because you're right. This is going to go, I guess, one of three ways, but let's go two ways. Either it is this glorious road back, Geno Smith middle finger tour. It was always meant to be this way. Or you sign Geno Smith, and you're in the place you probably want to be next year anyway, picking top 5 in the draft and selecting the next quarterback.
But Sean, I can't do that in March, and I can't do it in September.
But why can't you look at it? It's a positive either way.
Because
either way, it's a positive.
I get it. If they go 0-17 and have the number 1 overall pick, the Jets are in a great position to turn their franchise around. I don't want to waste another season of my life. I'm doing it in basketball. It's the most depressing thing in the world to have seasons that are just wastes.
Yeah, but I don't look at it as a waste. I think you're assuming because Geno Smith is now your quarterback that the season is a waste. There are steps to creating a franchise that has a winning pedigree. It is about bringing the right culture. It's about having the right players and obviously coaching staff, which Aaron Glenn has now remade. It's all about getting all the ducks in line, and then eventually, whether it's via quarterback or you have an elite defense or whatever the situation may be, you take your shot at it. I think the Jets are necessarily in a positioning mind frame right now. They are positioning themselves, and this season could be anything. They're not winning a Super Bowl, right? But they need to position themselves to take that next step. They need to move themselves up a platform or two so that they get in an earshot of where they really want to be, which is deep into the postseason and maybe a championship. Geno Smith allows you to do that. I think Kirk Cousins would have allowed you to do that. Now, Kurt's off the table now, but Geno Smith can allow that to happen. It's that positioning. It's the plan. I felt like last year the Jets didn't have a plan. They had no idea. And if their plan was Justin Fields, what in the hell are you looking at for the last 6 years?
But, Teague, their plan was similar to this year. We don't have an answer in the draft. We don't believe in anybody in the draft. So let's bring in a bridge, except the Justin Fields bridge was a lottery ticket, which we admitted.
You can't use lottery tickets.
Why?
Because, again,
why?
I asked you this question last week.
Go.
You, Sean, me, name someone that you know who won a lottery.
Yeah, but this is a different lottery.
Your mom, your dad, your grandma, your uncle, your nephew, your 56th cousin. Name someone that you know,
I know
that
somebody.
won a lottery.
I know somebody.
Who?
The New York Islanders.
We did.
Right.
And it's the same kind of lottery.
That's true.
We're not talking 1,000,000,000 to 1 odds. I just think your point is if the Jets win 6 games with Geno Smith, because he is a more competent quarterback than Justin Fields, which nobody's arguing. They should get more competent quarterback play this season from Geno Smith than they did last year from the trifecta of Justin Fields, Brady Cook, and Tyrod Taylor. Okay, you're right about that. The question is, where does that lead? 6 wins leads where? Like, is it really that important to win a few extra games?
Yes.
And I'm not espousing tanking. I'm espousing going for something that is a greater reward than a 36-year-old quarterback that's bridging me to nowhere.
Yeah, but what other option do you have?
I told you them. Kyler Murray.
Yeah, but
Anthony Richardson.
Kyler's got to want to stay. Kyler's got to want to come here.
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis would have had to want to come here.
Do we even know what the Jets offered, or are we just accepting that the LOL Jets couldn't get anybody?
Honestly, I don't even think it was about an offer. I think it was about the relationships that he had with everybody that is now in the Miami Dolphins organization. That's really what it came down to. And the same thing with Anthony Richardson. He's got to be traded. He's still under contract.
Well, they just traded for Geno Smith. They had to trade for Geno Smith.
I understand that, but I mean, Anthony Richardson to me is worse than Justin Fields.
I'll make this easy because I made the Evan Roberts big board list for occasions like this. Because again, it annoys me every time I hear someone say, "What are the better options?" I'll list them off to you. Because I made a list before free agency began. Some of these guys are gone, but this was my list, all ahead of Geno Smith. Anthony Richardson, Malik Willis, Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, Tua, Mac Jones, Will Levis, Tanner McKee, Gardner Minshew, Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, Sam Howell, even Daniel Jones. I put all those guys ahead of Geno Smith.
Right.
Not because Geno's bad, but because I like the idea of an upside. I like the idea of someone who can quarterback my team for the next few years. So, yes, I'll get around to the little diatribe from a few minutes ago where I rationalized this being the greatest story ever told. But you know as well as I do that none of us believe that. That's what we'll try to convince ourselves before a season starts, because none of us want to waste our lives. But I didn't like the move. Now, the challenge that we have to have, and it's tough around here. It's tough for you too, Teak, because you're here. You're a New Yorker, whether you like it or not. is how do we evaluate Geno Smith without factoring in his tenure a decade ago?
Yeah.
Because the truth is, it's a different administration.
It is. You just got to forget it.
We have to forget it. I agree.
It's hard because anytime you get a semblance of recognition from what you saw 10 years ago, it's going to bring you right back there.
I know.
And that's hard. You gotta look at this in a vacuum, but I understand and can understand why a fan won't do that.
It's tough because I'm trying to do it too.
It's almost impossible, dude.
I'm trying so hard because I want to evaluate this move without the baggage and the emotion of what happened. I heard Craig yesterday, and I thought he did a great job expressing a lot of the displeasure that Jet fans have. Sometimes Craig is way off base. I thought he was on base yesterday because his instant reaction was anger.
You're right.
But Craig could not remove what happened a decade ago. And I understand that. And I'm trying to. And Jet fans, we need to. Because when I tell you I don't like the move, I'm not doing it based on IK Impanati. I still can't pronounce his name.
And Kampali.
I still call him IK. I still think of the punch.
What the hell happened to that kid?
He got cut immediately.
He's signing with the Jets today.
I know, but like in his career, what happened?
He's signing with the Jets.
Seriously, was he just done in the league?
I think he actually No, you know what happened? Rex Ryan signed him in Buffalo.
Did he?
Yes.
I think he went to the CFL after that, I think.
He may have eventually ended up there, but I think Rex Ryan not only signed him, but made him a team captain in a game against the Jets.
No, he didn't.
I think so.
That is so cold-blooded.
Well, that's Rex, baby. But we can't think about that. Like, we can talk about it because it's his history. Don't get me wrong. But if we want to actually have a fair, rational conversation, which I'm trying to do, we can't think of those 4 years in New York because they don't matter.
Right.
They truly don't. They're irrelevant. It means nothing to Aaron Glenn. It means nothing to Darren Muji. It means nothing to Frank Reich. It means nothing to this administration. So my dislike for the move, if you've listened to us, is consistent, whether you agree or not. I didn't want to go the veteran route. We'll get to your calls coming up if that works. 888-808-1019. Plus, two people at this radio station correctly predicted Geno Smith to the New York Jets. And this was a while ago. We will give the proper flowers to those FAN hosts with proof. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Are you a New York business looking to get some extra income? Well, Amazon Hub Delivery right now is looking to partner with you. You and your staff will help Amazon deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And get this, with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience is required. It's just a great way to earn some extra money by partnering with Amazon Hub Delivery. Not only will you help out your neighbors, you'll also let your neighbors know about your business. So if you're a gym or if you're a smoothie shop and you're delivering packages, you can say, hey, why don't you come in for a workout or come in for a smoothie? Sign up and learn more at Amazon.com/hub delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB delivery.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. The film awards are almost here, and now you can trade on what happens. Who wins Best Picture? Who wins Best Actor? Chalamet is at 50%, while DiCaprio is at 7%. A potential 14 times payout. Download the Kalshi app. Use code FAN to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Do you know what the scariest sound to hear on a factory floor is? Silence. That means something somewhere broke. Production has stopped, and now you're paying your workers to wait while the team troubleshoots and tries to fix the problem. Finally, there's a proactive way to reduce equipment downtime, thanks to MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset management system that brings your maintenance downtime to zero. MaintainX lets you build preventative maintenance schedules, manage work orders in real time, and access the data you need to make better decisions. Downtime equals death in the production world, so make unplanned downtime a thing of the past. Try MaintainX for free. Control the daily operations of your business and transform your maintenance program by going to maintainx.com. That's maintain in the letter X.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I opened a restaurant and needed everything. Menus, signage, catering brochures.
Everything and then some.
I went to Staples. They printed it all and even suggested takeout menus.
One money pit with a side of fries.
But now at Staples, you get up to $125 off custom print orders.
$125 off. Now you're cooking. Brand your business in a big way at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 4/4 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
For all station contest rules, go to WFAN.com/rules.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Aetna was there for me as I was going through a rough medical patch this year. I had peace of mind, which helped with my healing.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with the latest in online tools for easier access to healthcare. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Hey, March Matchup fans, BetMGM is offering a legendary experience for you and 3 of your friends in Vegas. Climb the BetMGM Court of Legends leaderboard for your chance to win the trip of a lifetime to Las Vegas to see Haley and Hannah Cavender face off at the Bellagio. Just sign into your BetMGM account, opt into the promotion, then start placing sports bets of at least $10 to climb the leaderboard. 25 winners will take home grand prize packages that include 4 tickets to the Court of Legends event featuring the Cavender twins, withdrawable funds for travel, a 3-night stay at the MGM Grand, and MGM Resorts credit. Make this March one to remember. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Withdrawable bonus dollars for flight money.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free. easy, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
When I made my Jets quarterback big board list, I didn't even include Geno Smith. And I will tell you, he would have been towards the bottom of the list. So he's not somebody, in all honesty, I was considering over the last few weeks and months as we talked about who should be in the Jet quarterback room. But I do want to give proper credit. And even though he's no longer on our show, he's a big part of the radio station, spouting crazy things at all hours. And that, of course, is our guy, Tommy Lugauer. Tommy Lugauer, who will not be listening right now because he's sleeping, will get his flowers on his old show. Because here is Tommy Lugauer from a little less than a month ago.
Wow.
Actually, it's more than a month ago.
But still.
It was about 2 months ago. Tommy Lugauer said this. You ready?
Next quarterback for the Jets is going to be Geno Smith. Now, it's a short-term answer, and it's obviously a reuniting with Geno and the Jets. But after my advanced search, and thinking of it differently, and viewing it differently, the next quarterback of the Jets is going to be Geno Smith. As your veteran stopgap before you draft the eventual franchise and hopeful savior of this team, to finally break the streak that is the longest playoff drought.
All right, enough. Stop crapping on my team.
Just before you give him all the credit, I was told by multiple people in this building he stole the take from his producer, Paulie Rosenberg, who said it multiple times on his show before Tommy crafted it.
Nice. You know why I actually believe that? Last week when Rosie was filling in, he was very insistent on Geno Smith being the next quarterback of the Jets. So I do buy that.
Right.
But here's the thing, Tiki.
Because didn't we do a long-term bet last week that
we did.
Sean just didn't get to participate in?
Well, he did via audio recording.
Right. You surprise sent it to us.
Yeah. We did pick the Jet quarterback room, and Paulie Rosenberg, fine producer around here, did pick Geno Smith. So you're probably right. I guess it's on the table that Tommy copied that from Rosie. But the real winner in all of this, the real Nostradamus in Geno Smith, actually may be me. Because I want to take you back.
What are you talking about?
I would like to take you back.
You hate Geno Smith.
You're right. But nevertheless, in December of 2022, this discussion took place on this radio station between me and Craig. Take a listen.
You're not going to be happy. I'd strongly consider signing Geno Smith during the offseason as a Jet fan.
Oh, stop embarrassing yourself.
No, I would.
That's ridiculous.
I strongly consider
One of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Dude, he's completing 72% of his passes.
It's a single year for a 40-year-old quarterback.
So maybe he's legit. He's 32, by the way. He's not 40. He may be the guy.
He's not the guy.
And what a story that would be. Geno comes back. He gets redemption.
Geno comes back. Peace out.
Oh, come on.
That's it. Who do you want? You want me or you want Geno? Who do you want?
I want to win a Super Bowl. So.
All right. So, you think Geno Smith gets to a Super Bowl?
No. I don't know that for sure, but you have to admit. Let's meet in the middle here.
He's had a great year.
He's an intriguing option during the offseason.
No, he's not.
How about that? How about that?
Well, Craig at least is true to himself.
He is very true to
Because he
himself.
still hates it.
And he also said pick between him and Geno Smith. Well,
Right.
guess what? I did. Geno's my guy.
Right. And now you're doing a show with me.
With Big Mac, who was in that clip like saying, ooh, redemption story.
Right.
So I know it was 4 years ago, Teak, but do you give me the credit for correctly?
I mean, that 2022 season, that was a rebound for him.
It was.
He had a good run and nobody saw it coming.
And think about the timing of this. So that was right when the Jets were going to go get Aaron Rodgers. So clearly we had moved off of the Zach Wilson thing, and we wanted to get a veteran. And so, yeah, I was considering Geno back then. But remember
that
this.
2022 season, he was great.
He was great. But remember this. This is where I will rip Evan Roberts. Or not rip, but understand it's a different scenario.
He was all pro. Wow.
He was all pro. He was great. He was younger then. It was 3.5 years ago.
Comeback player of the year that year.
And the Jets were ready.
Yes.
They were ready for that veteran quarterback to put him over the top. So 2022 Evan Roberts had a very different mindset.
Yeah. Look, he's always been or at least in the second half, his second creation of himself. The biggest difference is he's on target. He's a high completion percentage guy for a lot of those years. The problem was last year he completed 67% of his passes.
Yeah.
He just threw 17 interceptions.
Yeah, the turnovers were a problem.
They were a big problem.
Now, the one defense I'll give of him, and a lot of this is on him, as he should know, is the Raiders suck.
Yeah.
Their offensive line was trash.
Right.
So he should be in a better position to succeed. We'll get to Bam Adebayo's controversial historic night, as well as the fact that Mark DeRosa needs to be fired, and a civil war again erupts between Mets and Yankee fans all around the WBC. We'll get to it all coming up, but let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. Steve in Massapequa. Good morning, Steve.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. What's going on? Good morning. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about Geno here and actually have a question for Tiki and Sean on the Giants draft, and I can get it in quick. But on Geno, Tiki, I think you're 100% correct. Evan, it could be so much worse. We got a guy who can raise our floor.
Yes.
We got a guy who, it's not the same thing as Julius Randle, but it's like we have to go from being horrible to kind of bad. And I know it's not like a fun thing to think as a fan. I know I want to win more too. Joe B always says, I'm tired of wasting seasons. We just have to raise the floor to not be a laughingstock. And I think Geno can do that. Now, I'm not excited, like thinking that we got, the second coming here, but I think he can do that. And I know he has his shortcomings, but again, I think Tiki, you nailed it. It's exactly what they need right now. Considering the situation, the obvious, available options. And then just really quick on the Giants, Tiki and Sean, would you rather have Parnell Tate at 5 or Mekhi Lemon at 5 and a safety at 37, or Caleb Downs at 5 and a wide receiver at 37? Thanks, guys.
That's a good question. I mean, my only reservation with Caleb Downs is that safeties just don't go that high. We've talked about it.
Never
a lot.
happens.
It
Never
just
happens.
Never happens. 14 mid first round is where you get safeties. But if you secure everything else and maybe even sign a free agent wide receiver, in the next couple of days, I would say Caleb Downs and then a wide receiver in the second round, because there are a lot of good wide receivers. There's going to be a Pro Bowl level wide receiver that's going to fall into the second round. So I'd likely go Caleb Downs if I'm in love with him. That's where I would go.
I would do Downs because I trust the wide receiver hit rate more than the safety hit rate in round 2. But that being said, if they don't secure a third-round pick and there's no movement and that's their last pick till the fourth round, I have a hard time leaving the first 2 days of the draft without anybody in the trenches, offensive line or defensive line.
That's right. I agree with that.
Steve said...
But given those two options...
Yeah, exactly.
I'd go Downs first.
I'm with you.
Steve said Geno Smith raises the floor. Well, I just want to remind you, and I know I mentioned the Raiders' offensive line last year, but the Las Vegas Raiders ended up with the number 1 pick. They won 3 games all season long, and they had the 32nd ranked offense. So when you tell me...
They actually had not a horrible defense.
Right. That's not Geno.
Yeah.
So when you tell me he raises the floor, okay, I just want to remind you, he was underneath the floor last season.
But they're off. You can't.
I mentioned their offensive line.
Their offensive line was
He also has Ashton Genty. He also has Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers was hurt most of last year. Ashton Genty is a rookie, and you know how I feel about rookies.
I'm well aware.
And go look at his run per carry, yards per carry. Okay. It was garbage.
I'm going to look at it right now.
And so we know Ashton Genty is
3.7.
Tell me a first-round running back that rushes for 3.7 yards and it's his fault.
It's not that.
Their offensive line was garbage.
32nd in offense, though. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you the facts.
Their offensive line was garbage.
I agree. I said that before. I'm just saying when you say raise the floor, understand he's coming from quarterbacking the 32nd ranked offense in the NFL. That's all.
That's not all on him, though.
It's not all on him. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge you, and I acknowledge that.
Well, thank you.
And at WrestleMania, CM Punk, you've got no other choice but to acknowledge your tribal chief. Sorry, I got into a...
Cody?
No, CM Punk.
No, Cody.
Cody ain't no tribal chief.
Okay, why has he got the title?
He's got the fake title.
It's not fake.
He's got this secondary.
It's not his.
Let me tell you something. The real title is the one that either Roman has or the one that Roman's going after. That's the way things work.
Yeah.
They teach you about pro wrestling.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's go to Bill on Long Island. What's up, Bill?
Hey, guys. Great show. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
Great career, too, TJ.
Thank you, bro.
I just wanted to say that, what do you think that Geno Smith, Saquon Barkley, and Daniel Jones all have in common?
Tell me.
They got better when they left?
Absolutely, and they got offensive line.
No,
right?
that's really what it is. That's the common denominator.
Yep. And then the other point is that Geno Smith, when he left Seattle and went to Oakland, he lost the offensive line, and he did worse, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you this.
It's such a simple, basic point, but he's so right.
No, and it's true. It's backed up by those three players.
If you have an offensive line, you are not going to be successful.
I got you.
It is so basic and so simple, and I don't know why more teams don't focus on that, or they take risky, hit or miss lottery tickets on your offensive line instead of securing that and then going to get your skill position players.
I get you.
The formula is not hard. Why did the Kansas City Chiefs get the drubbed by the Philadelphia Eagles? Their offensive line was horrible.
Yeah, no, and we saw that when Kansas City got drubbed by Brady and the Bucs.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes is running for his life. I'll give you this about Geno Smith. Even though he's a year older and he'll be 36 in October, he will do better than leading the league in interceptions. He will have a higher completion percentage. He'll have a better year. Mm-hmm. How much better year? I don't know. How many wins does it translate to? I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of other factors, but one of the things that he will benefit from in being a Jet is that their offensive line is actually a strength.
Yes.
For all the things we can LOL Jets about, it's not their offensive line. And speaking of the LOL Jets, that's the other thing. Like, I didn't want Geno Smith, and I've made my points very clear over the last few weeks. It has nothing to do with his history here, just my philosophy on the kind of quarterback I want, okay? Yet when he got traded yesterday, and forget us, forget about Craig, he's a Jet fan, so we're coming from a place of, we're fans, that's how we feel.
Yep.
But the national media took turns dumping and LOLing on the New York Jets. Oh, they got Geno Smith. And the reality is, and you all can't deny this, if Geno Smith went to another bad team, there wouldn't be LOLing. They were LOLing because of his history here and because they're the Jets.
Right. That didn't happen when he left Seattle because he had a really good 2022. 2023 was okay. He had a bad 2024. When he goes to 2025, people weren't saying, "Oh, the Raiders got Geno Smith."
No, it's us.
They were actually. They didn't. It was more like, "Hey, he's reuniting with Pete Carroll. Maybe this is a way to turn the Raiders around." Maybe it was kind of what we're saying about the Jets. This is a way for them to raise their floor. This wasn't like Geno sucks. The Raiders are going to suck. Now that's ultimately what happened, but I don't think it was. It wasn't. There was no history.
I think you guys have a very revisionist history. The Raiders were mocked last year when they traded for Geno because it felt like it kind of came to a thudding end at the end of Seattle. They were. They were. It was the idea of Pete Carroll, 75. You're bringing in Geno.
I felt like it was more optimism, and maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly. It was more, why can't this work? Geno Smith has had a good couple of years in Seattle. Yeah, the last one stunk, but it was also with a new head coach, Mike McDonald, who didn't know what he was doing as a head coach, and because we called a couple of those games, and ultimately it didn't feel like Geno's fault.
Here's how I would define it. And I hate to pick on one person, but I will give you the one tweet that jumped out at me where we're getting mocked. And we shouldn't be getting mocked. Like, we could disagree with the move. I disagree with the move.
Yeah.
I'm not mocking us for it. And it came from Jimmy Traina, who I think a long time at SI, does a podcast. Right. And by the way, I have no issue with him. He's fine. But I had an issue with the tweet because I thought it was unfair. He writes, The Jets are just so fascinating. Like, there isn't one single day where they're not a complete and utter embarrassment. And I didn't want Geno Smith. I'll make that clear. I don't think yesterday they were a complete, utter embarrassment. They signed a veteran quarterback that I disagreed with them signing. But why is that an embarrassment?
Yeah, because who else are they signing? Somebody has to play quarterback for the New York Jets.
No, I disagree because I would say there are other guys I preferred, but I can also acknowledge that signing. I told you.
Here's the thing, though.
Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray, Tanner McKee.
Hold on, stop. I got to stop you.
Go.
Anthony Richardson is young, aloof, unaware, and swimming in it. He is worse than Justin Fields. So please stop saying Anthony Richardson.
I'm just acknowledging I had other options.
I understand that you had other options.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. We don't have to argue
you
it.
You invalidate your argument when
That's
you throw.
Not fair.
It's true.
It's a lottery ticket.
He's not a lottery ticket. He is worse than a lottery ticket.
Wow.
He's a penny you found on the street. I'm serious.
That's mean.
The kid, he's just not ready to play in the NFL.
That's very mean.
It's not. I'm calling it like I see it.
Oh, by the way, just got notification. My uncle, won the lottery the other day. He won He won a $150,000 car.
What?
And I don't think he wants it because the taxes are too high. So he's in a tough
not
spot.
really winning.
That's not a lottery.
That is a lottery.
How do you win a $150,000 car?
Apparently, he was at a festival and bought like a ticket, like you buy one of those, tickets they hand out.
That's not a lottery.
Well, what is it?
Because that's a limited number of entrants. The lottery is hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What is a better chance of happening?
Yes.
Winning the lottery and winning millions of dollars, or Anthony Richardson becoming the face of the NFL and a franchise quarterback?
Maybe winning the lottery.
Probably right. And Evan, to that point, everybody you're mentioning, here's the thing with the Jets. The Jets would have been mocked no matter who they acquired a veteran quarterback.
Fine. It's not about arguing these guys. I am just saying that I have been consistent, and you've disagreed with me consistently, that there were other guys I preferred.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's it.
What I'm saying about Jimmy's tweet, and I use him because I think he represents a lot of people in the national media, is that this is a complete, utter embarrassment. No, it's a move I disagree with.
I think that's an unfair characterization. That's just picking on the Jets.
Yesterday,
exactly. It's LOLing the Jets when it's not necessary.
And if we're being truthfully honest and you follow the NFL, yesterday was a good day for the Jets. They added Nashawn Wright, who could play corner, had 5 picks last year.
5 picks? The team had 0.
No, but I'm serious, though. That's a pro. Like,
no, I'm happy.
Corner.
I'm mocking the Jets.
Yeah, they got
I'm allowed to.
They got him at a great deal, and guess what? They're not paying Geno Smith anything. The Raiders are paying him everything. Nothing is stopping the Jets from drafting a quarterback, adding another. Yesterday was a good day for the Jets.
Look, whether it's a good day or an average day, it wasn't an utter embarrassment.
I agree.
And that's the part of living the life as a Jet fan that's very frustrating. Like, we get mocked for plenty. Like, sometimes it's unnecessary mock.
It is, but the Jets do themselves no favors either.
What do we do?
Not you, and it's not the fans' fault. What are the Jets doing with that stupid tweeting out the country roads lyrics yesterday?
Keep this in mind, Sean. It's a bunch of, younger people who just got jobs who run these team accounts.
But shouldn't somebody get a hold and be like, guys?
It's not Darren Muji tweeting it. It's not Woody Johnson tweeting it. I'm not losing sleep over a dumb tweet. I'm sorry.
But you represent the organization.
Exactly.
Does that feel like the representation of the Jets organization?
Well, what exactly did they do? They sang the West West Virginia.
Take me home.
Yeah.
A great song, but you're not being self-aware.
It's about Western Virginia, by the way.
31 other organizations yesterday, or 30, who acquired Geno Smith are not tweeting out the West Virginia country road.
Because he's not coming home. He's coming home with us.
But the point is, I understand that it's young people. Can somebody in that Jet organization get a hold of social media and say, guys, we're adding Geno Smith. Keep it low. Let's be professional.
I got you. Right. It doesn't affect me. But if it affects the Jet fan out there and you're whatever, I'm more affected by unnecessary LOLing at a team that is LOL. Like, trust me, we do plenty of LOLs. This move, again, a move I disagree with. Not worthy of an LOL. Eric's in Huntington. What's up, Eric?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for taking the call. Sean kind of stole my thunder a little bit, but it's the league minimum. How do we know they're done? Maybe this is the backup plan and they're going full press on somebody else like Carr or Murray. And then if that falls through, then it's Geno. This is like a Winston, Russell Wilson situation.
So here's why I don't believe that. And I'm going to give Sean a minute or two to find the clip. Geno Smith has done an interview with Josina Anderson. And I went through the interview and a couple of things. So Sean, get that clip ready if you're paying attention. Sean's got a lot going on, so get a minute. Geno Smith clip with Josina. So he does a big interview, By the way, he comes across very humbled and understanding of who he is, and I respect that. I do. But he brings up kind of his situation about his situation in Vegas and possibly going elsewhere. Because the way this went down is that the Raiders allowed Geno Smith to talk to teams. That's how Geno was able to restructure his contract. So our last caller suggests, hey, maybe the Jets will get another quarterback. Maybe Geno's going to back up. I want you to listen to this clip from Geno, and I think this will tell you exactly how he envisions his role with the New York Jets. Take a listen.
I knew that there would be a change being made. Potentially, could have probably, stayed with the Raiders and in a mentor role. But where I'm at in my career, I really believe that I'm one of the better quarterbacks in the league and that I got to continue to go out there and prove it. And I wanted a team that was going to believe in me and going to have my back. And how ironic that it turned out to be the Jets. When I got a chance to speak with Coach Glenn, he laid out the plan for me. And, from that point on, I knew that, this is somewhere that I can consider. I had other options that I also, considered and, really did some research on. And just after everything, that I seen and, just praying and talking to my family, man, we felt like this was an opportunity.
Yeah, because he's going to start. That answer tells you that Aaron Glenn told him his vision, and his vision is that Geno Smith is the unquestioned, unbattled, untested starting quarterback of the New York Jets. That's it. So we could sit here and make up these stories about, well, maybe they'll do this, maybe they'll do that. If they draft somebody, they'll draft that kid to sit behind Geno for the entire year. Geno Smith told us in that clip, because he spoke to Aaron Glenn, he had to agree to a restructure. He had some power in this decision that this is a guy who's been told he's the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. Did I interpret that right?
Yeah, you did. And that's I don't want to say it's dangerous, but it is. Because this is what happened with the Giants last year when they told Russell Wilson that you would be the starting quarterback. Even though they were drafting a quarterback. I don't know if they told him they were drafting a quarterback, but there was a potential that they were going to draft a quarterback and it would be a competition. Publicly, they told us it was a competition. We know that it wasn't. We know that Russell Wilson was starting no matter what. And it hurt the development of Jackson Dart, and it hurt the early part of the Giants season. So I get it. But, Geno, it's football. You got to earn it every single day, especially when you're a guy who's bounced around and been journeyed. You're not guaranteed the starting position. If they draft whoever,
Ty Simpson?
Ty Simpson, and Ty Simpson is great in preseason, guess what, Geno, you're the backup. That has to be communicated as well.
I agree.
Otherwise, you're not doing your team it's right the service of the team.
The one thing that feels very different is that last year at this time, we kind of knew the Giants were taking a quarterback at some point. We didn't know when. Did you not feel that way? I felt that way. They were taking one, either the first two rounds. That's how I would define that.
I guess. But I almost felt like I feel like the Jets now.
See, I don't. That's the difference.
Because they had signed Jameis and then they signed Russell, and it was like, all right, great. If they can get a quarterback, fantastic. But if not, they're not using their first pick in the first round to get a quarterback. So they might not.
Did you feel that way? Because, Sean?
I felt they would, but I also felt like, hey, if it doesn't fall that way, they're protected. That's why they signed two guys.
Yes.
Okay.
And I feel the exact
Tommy
same.
DeVito was still there.
Yeah, and I feel the exact same way about the Jets. If you had to ask me today, they're taking a quarterback either at pick 16 or 33. They are.
You think so?
Oh yeah, they are.
Wow.
If for no other reason than this.
Okay.
Geno Smith may be successful, maybe not. This coach and this general manager cannot go down in a bad year and not have the golden ticket of, hey, we took a chance on a kid and maybe he's our savior.
Right, but that doesn't work anymore, as we know. Drafting a quarterback doesn't save you.
What we know and what is perception, I think, to a coaching staff, I think, are two different things.
If they drafted Ty Simpson with one of those two picks you just mentioned, and I lean towards doing that, by the way, so your prediction is probably something I'm rooting for at this point, but give me more time, because that opinion may vary as we get closer. If they draft Ty Simpson, he doesn't start right away, and let's say week 12, season's kind of spiraling, kid has earned it, let's give him a look, and he plays well, he gives you promise, but the Jets still go 3-14, I think we are leading more likely to a scenario where Glenn's gone and Muji's here.
Okay.
That's where I think that would lead. Right. I don't think it would save Aaron Glenn's job. I think it would save Darren Muji's job because it would be like, all right, this guy knows how to find talent. Because so far, Muji, to Jet fans, has done a better job than Aaron Glenn as head coach.
Yes.
We'll get to more of your calls next at 888-808-1019. Plus, I hate to do this. I know we do this with Carlos Mendoza and we do this with Carlos Mendoza and Aaron Boone. But we got to do it with Mark DeRosa. He needs to be fired on the spot. We'll get into why coming up. It's Evan and Tiki here on The Fan.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. It was an insane day of sports news locally, though. The Rangers could have lost and stayed second in odds for the number one pick. Instead, they pummeled the Flames and went to fifth in lottery odds. The Islanders beat the Blues 4-3 in overtime as their insane run continues. And the Nets got drop-kicked by the Pistons 138-100. And congrats to Hofstra, who's dancing as they took down Monmouth last night.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Whether right or wrong, the Baltimore Ravens backing out of the Max Crosby trade absolutely screws the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders were set to supercharge their rebuild with 2 first-round picks added to the mix. It makes no sense for the Raiders to keep Max Crosby. Now, they don't get those first-rounders. I still think they're going to trade Crosby, but they're not going to get anything close to the haul they got from Baltimore. This is brutal for the Raiders. I'm Nick Costos.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle, ultra-fine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's biggest moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, where you can lease a Lincoln Corsair for only $366 a month.
36-month lease requires $48.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires March 31st.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Facing lymphoma, leukemia, or myeloma, John Thurr Cancer Center at Hackensack and Jersey Shore University Medical Centers offers pioneering life-saving options. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Donato, head of the state's largest, most experienced CAR T-cell program, a treatment empowering your immune system to fight cancer. For personalized quality care in Hackensack or Neptune from the state's best cancer program, call 833-CANCER-MD.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
I don't ask much from my coaches and managers in sports. I just ask that you do your research and you know what the hell you're talking about. When you don't do your research and you're lazy, you become dead to me. And I'll take you back, Tiki. You were in your playing days. This was a while ago. The Mets had a manager by the name of Art Howe. He was the manager of the Mets.
Yeah, kind of remember him.
Kind of remember him, right? Well, he was in Moneyball. He's mocked at Moneyball.
Maybe that's why I know.
So Art Howe was the manager of the Mets, and the Mets were about to play a game against the Florida Marlins, they were known back then. And he admitted that he did not know that Dontrelle Willis was a lefty. Didn't know. Admitted it. And from that moment forward, Art Howe lost me. He was dead to me because I don't ask much, but you got to know what's going on. You cannot be clueless. If you're clueless, get the hell out of here.
Right.
Now, I like Mark DeRosa. Mark's been a guest on some of the shows I've done over the years. He is an incredibly nice guy. But Mark DeRosa committed a sports managing crime yesterday, and the only penalty is he needs to be banished. He can't do this anymore. He can be on MLB Network. He can analyze baseball. He cannot manage a team trying to win a world championship. What's the mistake he made? Before the game yesterday, while chatting it up on MLB Network, he didn't know Team USA's situation. Take a listen.
Ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow. So the way the schedule lines up, this is an important game for us.
You did not punch your ticket to the quarterfinals. And I will accuse you that you managed this game as if you thought you did. Why else is Paul Goldschmidt starting over Bryce Harper? Why else was Clayton Kershaw warming up in the bullpen until someone tapped you on the shoulder and said, bro, we need to win this game, and here comes Mason Miller warming up? He not only misspoke on MLB Network, he didn't misspeak. He didn't know when the game started.
Right.
He managed the game, and I want you to imagine this, Yankee fans. You're playing a game in September, and Boone's like, well, we're in the playoffs, all good. And you're not in the playoffs. It's not all good.
Right.
Now, after the game, Mark DeRosa was asked about this. Here was his explanation after the game.
Yeah, I misspoke. I was on hot stove with a couple buddies today and completely misread the calculations. We knew that Mexico was going to play Italy and then running all the numbers with if we lost tonight with the runs allowed and runs scored and outs. So I just misspoke.
You didn't misspeak. You didn't know.
Right.
You didn't know.
He had no idea. Just like yesterday when we were talking about this, when the tiebreaker came up, I mean, it was brief, but we basically said, I have no idea what the tiebreaker is.
No, but keep in mind, Tiki, what we said, and this is very important. We knew the USA hadn't advanced.
Oh, I know.
We just acknowledged that the tiebreaker scenario is confusing.
But my point is, we didn't know what the tiebreaker situation is.
Right.
He didn't know what the tiebreaker situation is. At least we knew that there was a tiebreaker situation.
Right.
Because Mexico and Italy have not played yet. And Italy is undefeated.
Yes.
And so the path for them and the easiest path for the United States, just to lay this out and be plain, this game is tonight at 7 o'clock on Tubi.
What's that?
It's been switched.
Good.
Fox Sports 1 now.
Well, now it's on Fox Sports 1
That's
because
a
it's a big game. It's
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
If Italy wins, they advance, as does the United States.
Correct.
If Mexico wins, then it's all going to come down to runs per inning, per outs, per whatever. It gets complicated.
It's 5 runs. That's the magic number. If Mexico scores more than 5 runs.
I read 6.
Oh, maybe it's 6. We got to figure this out before the game starts. But
I'm reading the Athletic story, and the Athletic story basically says in order for the United States to advance, one of two things needs to happen. Italy wins, as we just talked about.
Very straightforward.
And then the score doesn't matter. Or Mexico wins a high-scoring game while allowing or scoring at least 6 runs.
Yeah.
At least 6 runs.
It's very confusing, which we talked about yesterday, and I expressed to you that's my turnoff to the WBC.
Yes.
That in these early rounds, it's different in the quarterfinals where it's a bracket. It's very confusing, and it turns me off.
Mm-hmm.
That's different than Mark DeRosa not even knowing that the USA hadn't advanced because he managed differently. Like, with all due respect to Paul Goldschmidt, I'm a big Goldie guy. He's had a great career. He can't start over Bryce Harper.
No, not in a game that matters.
So that can't happen. And I don't know what's going to go on today with Italy and Mexico. I'll be locked in, by the way. Like, now that the explanation is there and I know the scenario, like, I will certainly watch it.
Yeah, I'll just be score watching.
Just score watching?
I won't care.
Fair enough. I understand that.
And if the U.S. doesn't make it, am I really going to be that upset?
No, but DeRosa needs to be fired.
Of course.
I mean, let's just make that
But let's
clear.
be honest. Are you really going to be that upset?
No.
Exactly.
But I'm rooting for them to advance. Like, two things can be true.
I mean, this ain't the first time a coach has no idea. Rex Ryan thought the Jets were eliminated.
I remember it vividly, and Joe and I lost our collective minds on it.
Brian Callahan this year, remember? Or, was that? Yeah.
But
rules.
But here's the difference with Rex, because I lived that, and I was mad at him. I don't want to act like I'm just defending him. But what the difference was is that Rex made those comments minutes after losing to Atlanta, a brutal loss in which Tony Gonzalez sat down in the end zone for a game-winning touchdown.
Yes.
That was an emotional response to a brutal loss. Mark DeRosa, as he said, I'm hanging with my buddies on MLB Network. That was no emotion. And here's the other problem, Major League Baseball. Did you hear what they did? They pulled that audio that we just played of DeRosa not knowing what's going on.
They took it.
They took it down from their website and their app.
Wow.
Because they're trying to hide the evidence that Mark DeRosa was clueless.
Oh, you can't hide the evidence.
Of course
it
you
exists
can't.
forever.
We just played it.
It exists forever.
Yes. You can't hide from the internet. Like, even if that clip was out for 1.1 seconds, it would exist.
Yes.
So that's a shady job by Major League Baseball trying to protect Mark DeRosa. Like, he screwed up. And honestly, what Mark DeRosa should have said was not that I misspoke, but I got to tell you, I effed up.
Yeah.
Die on the sword. I still will probably want to fire you, but at least you're being honest.
Right. I thought the scenario was different than I realized. That's all you got to say.
Can't happen.
Well, the rules are convoluted
But
anyway.
no, but Sean, yes, the tiebreakers are convoluted. Those are two different things. Going into last night's game, you have to know that you haven't clinched. It's simple. I knew, and I also admitted to Tiki, the tiebreak rules are confusing, but I know that the USA needs to win tonight to ensure that they get to the next round.
Right.
If they lose, it's no guarantee. There's convoluted tiebreakers. If I know this, and I am not paying as close attention, maybe as much as I should as a diehard baseball fan, I will once the quarterfinals start. If I knew that, how does the manager not?
Did the players not?
I'm not talking about the players.
Well, you don't think Bryce Harper woke up yesterday if he thought it was on the line and said, why is Goldschmidt playing?
I bet he didn't know either.
Because that's on the manager. It's on leadership. That's on leadership, bro. If the manager tells you, hey, we've clinched, you're going to believe him.
Okay. I just don't think it's as big a deal.
Whose fault
here.
is it then?
Well, I mean,
it's not a big
you
deal.
say it's not a big deal, but
It's
it
a
is
huge
a big
deal.
Have you ever coached? You haven't coached your kids yet, have you?
Soccer last year for
Soccer.
4-year-olds.
Now, how nervous were you?
Nervous at first, to figure this out.
Did you have to learn all the rules?
I mean,
so you didn't.
yes and
so
no.
you didn't do your job. So
I brought great Capri Suns.
I had to take a trainer's coach class last night because I'm going to coach Tegan in flag football.
Are you?
And so you have to take this safety course from Rutgers, and so it goes through everything about the liability and all these other things. But the teacher Samantha was also giving us ideas about like how to coach, like have a plan for practice. Have an set an expectation.
I definitely didn't do it right.
There's certain things that matter, like effort, and does ranking matter? It depends on the age. If you're in high school or little, so it is what it is. But as I was going through this class, I was thinking, I don't know how to coach flag football. Honestly, it's just like now I'm going to have to put some thought into it.
Right.
And I think now that we're having this conversation, it was like Mark DeRosa was just kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to go out and do it. I'm not going to plan. I'm not going to have a detailed itinerary for every eventuality. And because when you think about coaching, that's what it is.
Yep.
This is why Bill Belichick is the greatest coach in the history of football, because every eventuality was accounted for.
Absolutely.
Every little thing that could have gone wrong or right was accounted for. And if you don't do that, especially when you're coaching kids, then things could go awry.
The manager of Team USA should have been Buck
And
Showalter. He would have known every detail.
Especially about knowing the rules.
Yeah.
You guys remember this thing with the Bill Belichick that did where he had the tackle all the way out by the numbers?
Yes.
You remember this? And it was like, what the hell is he doing? He was on the line of scrimmage, and the guy inside of him was off the line of scrimmage, so it was a legal formation. But you look at it and you're like, what the hell is he doing? So like manipulating and knowing the rules is so important.
And the other thing that's really a problem with this, and this is really a deep problem, is they're still battling to make Americans care about the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Now, people do care because the TV ratings came out from some of Team USA's games over the weekends, and they're pretty good, like 2.5 million people, which would be one of the top-rated regular season games of the year. Not quite the playoffs, but certainly a solid number. So there are people that care, but they're still battling to make more people care. And it hurts you when players say, like Bryce Harper, the Olympics matter more, or the manager in Mark DeRosa doesn't take his job serious enough to know that you haven't clinched.
Right.
Things like that are turns off to people that are on the fence about caring. That's a problem. If you want people to care, you have to care. And that's a part of why fans of the Dominican and Puerto Rico and Japan, they're more into it.
Yeah.
Because their players and their managers, they show you how much they care.
They care a lot.
It's different with us. We had Tarek Skubal mentally battling on, should I pitch? Should I come? Should I go? You got the manager not knowing the rules. So it's a problem. It's a problem.
Okay. I would also say that it's still I know everybody didn't go, and I know the Skubal thing. It's still an all-star tournament, and look at the lineup Italy rolled out. And even without knowing the rules, the team should have won the game last night.
I understand. I'm not putting it all on Mark. They lost that game for a myriad of reasons. Don't get me started. We'll get into that in a little bit. But they lost for a lot of reasons, and there's no excuse for losing. But you have to keep this in mind. And this is another thing, but it's more of a kind of an issue with tournament-style play in baseball. Baseball is the sport in which anything can happen on any given day more than any other sport. Determining a world champion where you could technically lose one game and you're out is not the fairest way to determine a champion.
No way.
And now I get it, because if you're going to have the Olympics or the World Baseball Classic, I know you can't go further than this.
Right.
But anyone who loves baseball knows that a team, even of just Italian Americans who are clearly not as good as Team USA, of course they can beat America on a given day. That's really not a shock when you think about it. It's baseball.
Right.
Michael Lorenzen's a major league pitcher, dude. It happens.
Didn't in the tournament taking place in the Tokyo Dome, didn't a guy who was like a plumber for another country go like 5 scoreless versus Japan or something?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So that's another thing. But let's get back to your calls. Obviously, a lot of Geno Smith. There are some that want to chime in on Mark DeRosa. We'll get into the Bam Adebayo situation a little bit later on and why Met fans and Yankee fans are also fighting with each other based on the WBC. Let's go to Rob in Tom's River. Hey, Rob.
What up, Rob?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
All's well.
Good.
Good. So I don't want to say like I'm a DeRosa apologist here because, Evan, everything you're saying couldn't be more true. But I think what we're losing sight of is he's just being made the scapegoat for a more wider spread problem with and how the WBC has been, specifically with Team USA year in and year out.
Go ahead. Tell us.
This is treated, and it feels like we are the only team that treats this like an exhibition tournament or an extension of spring training.
That's a good point. Great point.
And, while you have guys like Juan Soto and folks on other teams who play all 9 innings and treat this like literally an Olympic tournament, you have us, sitting Bryce Harper for Paul Goldschmidt because he needs at bats. Like, this is not spring training. And a point on DeRosa, again, not an apologist, but the man is a very, very experienced baseball mind. And Evan, I don't know if you remember this, but he's been a mystery candidate twice.
I know.
In Met interviews.
I remember.
And he's made it to the very, very end. So again, rules are different. Tournament play is different. But I don't think we should be killing the guy for just a wider spread issue.
No, we're not killing DeRosa generally. We're killing him specifically on this.
Well, yeah, because
this is a moment. It's like, hey, Tiki, you had a great game, but you fumbled 4 times, right?
Right.
It's you fumbled 4 times, and it cost us the game. That's what we're talking about here. Not we hate you, because we don't. Because he's great on television, and I think he's a good manager. He just didn't know the damn rules.
2 things can be true. Like, the widespread issue of us not caring as much as some of the other countries is spot on.
100%.
But that has nothing to do with the manager knowing a basic fact. Again, I knew it. And as much as we like to mock, and I mock myself for putting out the spreadsheets and looking at tiebreakers, I have not been as actively into the WBC yet as I would once the quarterfinals start. So it's not like I'm studying things. Yeah. I just knew basic math, which is they hadn't clinched. And if I knew that, all I'm asking my manager to know is that.
Right.
And I know this is going to sound irrational, but I believe it. If the Mets are ever doing another managerial interview and his name comes up, I'm going to be turned off because of this.
Right.
I am. I'm not saying it's disqualifying, but it's, if I'm being real, like this happened and it's really bad.
He's going to know the rules of Major League Baseball.
That's
a little unfair.
I can't take it outside of WBC.
Come on, man.
Art Howe didn't know Dontrell was a lefty.
Okay, but Art Howe didn't know Dontrell Willis was a lefty. Mark DeRosa played baseballs on MLB Network. This is a quirky rule of an exhibition tournament that he just, yesterday, they were 3-0. Everybody thought they advanced.
No, a couple of things. And I will admit, I'm damaged by that Art Howe thing. That really pissed me off. Like, I was so infuriated as a younger individual when I heard that story. And I was like, I can't trust this guy. And so it's not about just the WBC. It's, boy, if you show me that you didn't understand that, why would I even trust you to understand some intricate MLB rule? Like Buck Showalter, say what you want about the man, he would never screw this up.
Right.
Never screw this up. Now, would Buck Showalter be adhering to managers who say, I don't want this guy to play too much or this guy to play? Of course. And that is a problem, and that's a separate problem. But I tell you this, Buck would know they hadn't advanced. He would know that.
Yeah.
And Mark DeRosa didn't. And honestly, like, I don't want to say it's unforgivable, but I'm never going to forget it. That's a good way to look at it.
Right. You were never going to forget this?
I won't forget. Nah. You can't, come on. It's embarrassing. You can't screw that up.
I think he'll forget it if they advance.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, no, I'm not going to think about it every day, but if Mark DeRosa's name comes up in a managerial search for the Yankees or the Mets,
I can see Evan like holding this against them forever.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah. I'll forget it.
I'm not going to bring it up like
most of America will forget it by April 1st.
They can forget,
especially if they advance. If Italy takes care of business, or Mexico destroys Italy, or Italy destroys Mexico, whatever.
We're not winning this thing. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to advance or not.
DR.
I don't know, but this is not ending with a U.S. championship. You remember, write that one down. It's a feeling. It's like a feeling deep into my bones. Like,
were we ever supposed to win this thing?
Yeah, we were one of the favorites. Yeah, I don't think
haven't we never won this thing?
Yeah, we won once. 2017, I think, was the year.
Oh, okay.
We've won once. DR's won once. Japan's won 3 times. I think I got it all figured out. Let's get back to Gino real quick with Ed in Mohegan. What's up, Ed?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Before I go into Gino, I just want to make one comment. You know, you guys remember back, I guess it was during the hearings when Roger Clemens said Andy Pettit misremembered.
Yes.
That's called his miss stuff started, I think.
Yeah.
They had to use a different word,
Yeah.
you know, but I give Art Howe credit for just saying I didn't know.
Yeah, I
You
give him
know?
credit, but you know what? I give him credit for being honest, but dude, it killed me with him. And it obviously didn't
you're
help.
absolutely right.
It didn't help that they sucked. Like, it's not like he turned it around and had a chance to prove everybody wrong. But when someone says Art Howe to me, that's literally the first thing I think about.
Well, they killed him in the movie. They really made him look bad because when the A's were horrible, they said it was the GM, and when they got better, it was the calming influence of Art Howe. You know, that brought the teams together, which was ridiculous.
Yep.
I think Jets are going to be fine this year, and I'm going to make you feel better because I'm looking at, and I talked to you, Tiki, about this maybe 2 days ago. I called you up and I asked you about Franz Harkington.
Oh, yes, that's
It
right.
was like, and you said Gino, right? Remember, you
yeah,
said
of
Gino
course.
was what? So now he's back. It's following the same trajectory, and Fran didn't win, but 3 Super Bowls at 34, 35, and 37.
Right. He made
Rick
the Hall of
Gannon
Fame
won
after,
at 37.
Right. I think Fran Tarkenton, because I looked this up after you made this call last weekend. Fran Tarkenton made the Hall of Fame after he was 33 years old.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's unbelievable.
Nah, you're
And
right.
think about this. This was in the 70s.
Yeah.
He played until he was 40-something, right? 40, maybe 39.
38
years old.
Which
But
for
he-
back then is like, you know.
Right, but he made it. He was not a Hall of Famer before he was 30. He was average at best, probably below average.
Yeah, he was.
And then he became a Hall of Famer after 33.
No question about it. Looking at his numbers, you're 1,000% right. He was on a better team would certainly help. But nevertheless, his numbers were just better. You know, they called it the bold test on Pro Football Reference and
Right.
Baseball Reference. That's when you lead the league in something.
Mhm.
For the first 10 years of his career, he didn't lead the league in anything. At the end of his career,
he was in the league.
yes. Last year of his career, he led the league in passing yards.
Yes.
Last year of his career, threw for 3,400 yards, which back then was, you know, an insane number. Look, that's what I try to do as a sports fan. And I want to make it clear because I think Sean was confused, even you were, about an hour ago. I don't like the move. I don't think it's going to work, but I hope I'm wrong. And a part of hoping I'm wrong is hoping and dreaming of this impossible story where Geno Smith not only comes back to the Jets and has success, but has the ultimate success.
Right.
Like what happened with Sam Darnold in Seattle. I know it's not the same, but that's what you want as a fan. And so when I walk into MetLife Stadium week 1 that day, that's what I'm going to hope for. That's not a prediction. That's a hope because
Week
that's
2,
what
week
we
2.
do as sports fans. What do you mean week 2?
Giants are going to get week 1 at home.
Has this been announced?
No, but Sean's speculating because Sean's a speculator.
Yeah, I'm a speculator.
Yeah. He's that's why he's I was going to make a joke, but I'm not.
Sean, I'm in the middle of this whole like Geno can
it's the
save
third
us.
time you said about week 1. You're making a wild assumption.
Whatever week I walk in.
Well, why are you assuming the opposite?
Yeah, why do you assume the opposite?
Because it's usually every other year. We're due for the Giants now.
Sean, we're going to talk about the Giants. I have it written down because I know that Sean is actually upset about some things that are going on. Right now, I'm talking about the Jets. You don't have to shoehorn what week the Giants are opening the season
I didn't.
in.
I shoehorned what week the Jets were. You made it about the Giants.
Because it's Giants related. I'm talking about Geno.
See, look at you bringing everything back to the Giants.
This guy. I missed you, Sean.
Good to be back, Evan.
Yeah. Let's go to John in Pittsburgh. Good morning, John.
Hey, Evan Tiki, good morning. Thanks for taking the call. Let me cook here because I had the same reaction you did yesterday, Evan, with all Jets fans and Carton about Geno coming back. Didn't like the move. Had a chance to sleep on it. It's time for the reality check for every single one, you included, Evan, and myself included. A couple years ago, the Jets' house was burned to the ground, and you can call it due to the Rodgers injury and then Woody meddling. Then you have that burned rubble hit by a hurricane when the Jets hire the wrong coach with Aaron Glenn, and then Glenn brings in Justin Fields, who's afraid to throw the ball. Here's the reality. Muji is rebuilding the foundation. We got the offensive line, and going into this offseason, it's the equivalent of trying to rebuild the house in the wintertime. There's no good available quarterbacks no matter what, guys. It doesn't matter if it was Kyler or who it is. this is the reality. We got Geno for cheap, and this is what we need to do. We need safe picks, Bailey at 2, best receiver available between Lemon and Tyson at 16. Everyone's going to want the first pick in the second round because someone big always falls out of the first round. Trade that back, use 44 in a future pick, move up, get Ty Simpson. Then we at least have some semblance of a chance this year, Evan.
Yes.
But like you, I agree with you, man. I don't want to waste another year, but that's the reality that this team is in.
No,
this team needs safe picks.
Yeah.
And we need to build the foundation this year, go into next year, draft safe picks, draft again in 2028, and then we have a chance.
Look, you make a lot of same points. One of the things you touched on that I know I'm going to end up being very passionate about. I'm not there yet on March 11th because we have time. I'm very much going to want Ty Simpson because they could situate this, not in a perfect way. Perfect's not the right word, but in my new ideal way, which is Geno starts.
Right.
Ty Simpson learns. If Ty Simpson is impressive enough in camp, is picking up enough information as a backup or even as a third stringer, I wouldn't even make him a backup, and you want to give him that shot late in the season to play,
Right.
I'm all for it.
Right.
And then, depending on where the season goes, depending on where the draft board falls, I'm not opposed to drafting another quarterback. Just because you draft Ty Simpson, whether it's early in the second round or trading up late in the first round or even at 16, doesn't mean you can't take another quarterback a year from now.
Yeah.
And Ty Simpson at least gives us, Tiki, the hope of, we get to see him
look,
this season.
I think you're right, but I think if you take him in the first round, you got to believe that he's your future starting quarterback. And it gets hard then to a year later draft another quarterback in the first round. I mean, that would be hard, especially if he doesn't play. So if he plays 3 or 4 games at the end of next season, you can't take another quarterback, especially if you drafted him in the first round.
See, I would. And I know what you're saying.
It's just a waste of assets, dude.
But they have so many assets, and it's so important to find the right
just because
quarterback.
you have so many assets doesn't mean you want to waste them.
It's not wasting.
Don't go buy a G-Wagon and then buy a Lamborghini the next year.
No, but it's not wasting if you're trying to throw as many bullets to get the answer at the most important position on the field. It's the most important position on the field.
It is? Go ahead.
It is the most important position on the field, and we have the largest 2-year contract in NFL history that has just been handed out.
Don't tell me it's Daniel Jones.
It's Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts have agreed to a deal, 2-year deal, an $88 million deal. It could be worth up to $100 million in the 2 years. He will get this year $50 million.
It's still cheap.
And then next year get $38 million with the only in the second year having a $10 million guarantee, but a lot of guarantees this year, $50 million.
Yeah, that doesn't impress me as far as being grossly overpaid.
Yeah, look what other quarterbacks get
Exactly.
paid.
It's a $40-something million deal. He's a quality starting quarterback. If he hadn't got hurt last year, the Indianapolis Colts might have had they might have done some damage in the postseason.
And I think the Colts are looking at Sam winning a Super Bowl saying, why can't we?
100%. And so when you look at that, which is essentially a $44 million a year deal with no incentives included, because that's how you have to take it right now, and then you go look at Dak Prescott, who can't even get to the postseason or much less win a game in the postseason, making 60 plus, he's making $16 million less.
It does.
I mean, it sounds huge, but it's not. He is a upper end starting quarterback in the NFL. He's over 16. He's probably 12 in the league.
The key is, because I agree with that, when healthy.
Yes.
And the track record of health is just horrendous.
It is horrendous, but that's why it's a 2-year deal, not a 6-year deal.
Right. It's not a long-term commitment. Tell me if I'm wrong about this.
Because he's not even 30 yet.
No, he's still relatively young. Tell me if I'm reading this wrong. So the other day, we played a clip of Craig and Big Mac. It related to a caller of ours stealing an idea from another caller.
Yes.
And
the Jets should make a play at Daniel Jones so the Colts would suck and you have their pick.
Right. But Craig was saying DJ's not playing until November. I called him out. We argued about it off air because he's like,
no way he's playing in November and they're giving him that deal.
So that was my point.
No
that
way.
This contract reads of someone, an organization and a player who believe he will be ready for week 1.
100%.
Now, I understand
it doesn't make sense to pay him that much money to not play.
Agreed. So we'll see, because obviously he has to go out and do it. And that was the crux of Craig and I's argument. He just had a tough time believing he's going to come back from that kind of an injury that soon. And my point back to him was, I can't predict the future, but clearly the Colts and Daniel Jones think he's going to be ready for week 1, and this contract proves it. This is a contract that makes believe he's playing week 1. Whether they're right or not, we'll find out. Right? We'll see. So no one's won this argument between him and I, but the Colts are acting as if he's playing week 1 with that kind of contract. We'll come back with more of your phone calls. A lot on the table. Mark DeRosa and the WBC. Obviously, the Jets bringing in Geno Smith. And we will get into a civil war amongst Met-Yankee fans. And it all started because of last night's game. 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by the New Jersey Saltwater Fishing Expo. The East Coast's largest saltwater fishing expo returns with more tackle, more gear, and more retailers and manufacturers March 13th through the 15th at the New Jersey Convention Center in Edison. Tickets at saltwater.sportshows.com.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park
from way downtown for a beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. Lease a new 26 Kia Sportage for just $299 a month with zero due at signing. Or get 0% APR up to 48 months. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Must finance through Kia Finance America. $20.83 per month per 1,000 finance. Upon approved credit on select models. Expires March 31st.
All new Dunkin' Zero. Only 20 calories, zero sugar. The all-new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon? Wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sun Zest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero. Only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain zero fruit juice. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, March Matchup fans. BetMGM is offering a legendary experience for you and 3 of your friends in Vegas. Climb the BetMGM Court of Legends leaderboard for your chance to win the trip of a lifetime to Las Vegas to see Haley and Hannah Cavender face off at the Bellagio. Just sign into your BetMGM account, opt into the promotion, then start placing sports bets of at least $10 to climb the leaderboard. 25 winners will take home grand prize packages that include 4 tickets to the Court of Legends event featuring the Cavender twins, withdrawable funds for travel, a 3-night stay at the MGM Grand, and MGM Resorts credit. Make this March one to remember. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Withdrawable bonus dollars for flight money.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
in the driver's seat. Declaration of Deal Sales Event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Gold prices are soaring and silver is near an all-time high. If you've got gold or silver just laying around and you want top dollar, then go to the Estates Roadshow this Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold in Old Bridge. For info, go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires, sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price, offers more free services for life than anywhere else, and Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
And this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. The G-Men were active yesterday. They added a kicker, agreeing to the 1-year deal with former Dolphins All-Pro Jason Sanders. They also signed 6-time Pro Bowler Patrick Ricard to be the fullback. Yes, a fullback back in the mix. The Jets, in the midst of everyone mocking them about Geno Smith, continue to actually have a very nice offseason. They had a Pro Bowl corner, Nashawn Wright. Or is it Nathan Wright? Now I screwed up my typing. Who had Nashawn, and who had 5 picks and 2 forced fumbles last season. This Fan Focus is sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
A lot to get to, including the Max Crosby trade being called off, reaction to those giant moves. We'll get to it all coming up real soon. Last night, Team USA lost, and it was very predictable. There was a lot of infighting between Mets fans and Yankee fans. Nolan McLean was electric in the first inning. It was unbelievable. Struck out the side on 11 pitches and then got beat up in the second inning. There's no other way to put it. Gave up 2 home runs and put the U.S. in a hole. He then bounced back with a good third inning, but that was his day. 3 innings, 3 runs. He ends up taking the loss in this game. Ryan Yarbrough, the Yankee, came in. He struggled. And then obviously the game ended with Aaron Judge as the tying run at the plate, striking out to end the game. So naturally, there's been some unhinged opinions between Met fans and Yankee fans. Right. And I pulled 2 of them for you, Judge Tiki, to decide which is more unhinged. So we'll go back to a goodie. Right. The 2 candidates are Sean Morash and Tommy Lugauer. Who'd you like to hear unhinged first?
Let's hear Tommy first.
This is from last night's After Hours. Tommy Lugauer made it very clear who he was mad at.
Aaron Judge
coming to the plate, 9th inning, 2 outs, as the tying run, and he strikes out. In the big spot, in the big moment, with everybody watching, the country's watching, Aaron Judge let his country down. Just like he lets Yankee fans down in October, he is now letting the entire country down.
Aaron Judge let the country down. Okay?
Wow.
That's unhinged opinion number 1.
That's a little unhinged.
Number 2, this is from Twitter last night from Sean Morash, at Sean Morash. The WBC isn't going to define someone's career, but for now, Cam Schlittler dominated and ended the Red Sox season on his biggest stage. Nolan McLean got lit up by John Birdie and an espresso machine in the dugout on his biggest stage. No debate on who the better pitcher is.
That's a little premature and a small sample size. That's a very small sample size.
That's why I say both of these opinions are completely unhinged.
They
and they're
completely
all
are.
Based on a World Baseball Classic game.
Right. What did David Stern say in his meeting about how the sample size, he's talking about Luke Weaver, but he's talking about the sample size versus the top line stats or whatever the heck it is. It's hard to determine, even though we forget both sides.
Right.
Sample size matters until it doesn't. What you actually do now matters until it doesn't. Yeah, that's nonsense.
Which one's more unhinged?
Tommy. Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
So, Sean, you took a beating
Let down
from
your country?
Let down the country.
In a game that nobody cares about?
Well, some people care. I care.
Clearly, DeRosa didn't care about it.
That's a different story.
Right, what are we talking about? You take your cue from your leader.
Let's start with the Judge comment. Big Mac, also known as the Bloody Sock, has said something recently, and it's very true about Aaron Judge. This tournament is a no-win situation. It really is. Because let's say Aaron Judge hit a 2-run home run. Let's say he responded. I think the likes of Tommy would say, see, he does it in this, but not when it really matters in October. Like it would almost be used against him. When he does strike out in a big spot, typical Aaron Judge lets the country down. Like, I think he is in the ultimate lose-lose situation right now. And truthfully, the only way Aaron Judge can get out of this is by winning a championship. Like, it is what it is.
Right.
It's unfair. I mean, it is unfair, but it's the truth. So I do think that there's a lot of reality to what Big Mac says about that, the Bloody Sock. And I think Tommy's a perfect example of it by saying he let the country down. Like today, we just can't have a country anymore because that stiff Aaron Judge struck out as the tying run at the plate.
Aaron Judge raised my gas prices.
He did. I'm waiting on long TSA lines because of Aaron Judge.
Right.
And
yeah,
then,
he's over there standing in the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all Aaron Judge. Sure.
But then we got you, Sean.
Yeah. Mine was not unhinged, so go ahead.
It's a 3-inning sample size in a game in which there are pitch restrictions. Like you can't throw in the first round more than 65 pitches. And no one's going to argue Nolan McLean had a rocky second inning. Are you really going to let a rocky inning on March 10th get you to the point of saying he's this and he's not that? No. Come on, man.
What are you, a moron?
What, me? I didn't tweet nothing. Actually, I did tweet something.
Right.
Do you know what I tweeted last night?
What?
I'll read it to you. It's very straightforward. It was after Nolan McLean struck out the side. The baseball gods need to protect Nolan McLean at all costs.
Hey, that is way more unhinged.
Why is that? No, I've been saying that for months. He's
and
my
then
guy.
What happened?
He got lit up.
Exactly.
Last night.
Is he healthy? That's all I was saying.
Yes, he's healthy.
Okay.
Last night, nobody hurt America. Nobody crushed America, at least on a baseball field, and nobody's career was defined. If you are overreacting to this and you can't read the dripping with sarcasm that Nolan McLean's career is defined by his start versus Italy, that's a you problem.
Oh, so this was sarcasm?
Of course it was. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. When I tweeted that, of course I knew I was going to have fun with Met fans, and I figured the natural reply would be, because we're all sane people, at least I assume, which is, the World Baseball Classic's not the same. Of course it's not. That's why I'm mocking the World Baseball Classic. What I did not expect in my replies was how many people were offended at the mere existence that Cam Schlittler can even be uttered in the same sentence as Nolan McLean. Like, that part shocked me.
I think Nolan McClain and Cam Schlittler, and this is one of the fun things going into this season, I think that could be like the new debate in baseball. This could be the new Mattingly versus Hernandez or Mantle versus Duke and Willie.
I didn't realize that many Met fans were so protective over Nolan McClain that you can't even debate Cam Schlittler with Nolan McClain.
I will help you out on this. Met
I
fans.
don't think there's enough. You can't debate it because there's just not enough evidence.
Well, but I think that's the fun part of the debate is they both had small sample sizes last year.
It's only projection.
Yeah, I think that's fun.
What I would say to my fellow Met fan is I love Nolan McClain. I'm in love. I'll be the first to tell you. I said to my wife yesterday, before the start, nothing had happened. I said, honey, I want a Nolan McClain jersey for my birthday.
Right.
And she said, your birthday's in July. Mine's in a few weeks. Why are you being so selfish that you care about your birthday? And I was like, that's a good point. I just want a Nolan McClain jersey. So he's my guy. He's my new Jacob deGrom. Everything about that man. In fact, I'm going to send a text message to the Mets. You won't give us David Stearns. Tiki and I would like a conversation with Nolan McClain.
Right.
Football player to football player.
Okay.
So I love the guy. And I think he's got a chance to be great. But Cam Schlittler was awesome last year. He's got great stuff. He showed up on the biggest stage. It's absolutely a debate. It's a fun debate. Now, right now, as you said, Teak, there's so little sample size for either guy. McClain more so than Schlittler. Cam made 14 starts. Nolan made 8.
Right.
And then Cam's got the playoff starts where he made a handful, too, including the dominant one. So we can debate it, and I'll make every bet with Sean about McClain over Schlittler, and I think at the end of the day, I'll get the last laugh and I'll win, and maybe it won't be close. I have no idea. But in this moment, with such a small size, of course we could have that debate. It's a great one.
Right.
It's fun.
Of course. But because there's no right answer.
What do you think the right answer is, though?
I have no idea. They both pitched for not even a full season.
I'm asking you to project. 5 years from now, who's the better pitcher? Who's had the better career? Come on, show some balls. Pick a side.
It's hard. I can't.
Of course you can.
Because
Just
I've seen. No, it's at this point, it's just what you want to happen.
Of course,
the evidence is that they're both going to be outstanding.
Let's just hope, in all seriousness, that they're both healthy. Like, I want both these guys making 30 starts for the next 5 years, and we can have like the funnest debate ever.
Right. There's nothing that I can look at and say, oh, well, Cam Schlittler it could be injury prone because this happened. Or Nolan McClain, that secondary pitch is just not working really well. Haven't seen it consistently. Like, there's nothing I can say that might be worrisome about either one of these guys. To me, both of them, I have a chance to be elite type pitchers in this league. Starting pitchers.
Who's going to have the better career, Tiki? Just answer the damn question. You said a lot of cool things. I want the answer now.
I tend to favor the football players.
Damn right you do. He said Nolan McClain because he was a quarterback. By the way, if we get Nolan on, we definitely have to bring up, would you consider quarterbacking the Jets while pitching for the Mets? Like, you talk about a guy that would be my hero, a two-sport star that saves the Jets and the Mets at the same time.
Right.
And the fact that he's a pitcher, I'd let him leave for a couple of days so he could quarterback on Sunday.
Hey, can we just line this up so that the off days are your off days are on Sundays?
The other thing I joke, but not really, is he was a two-way player for a while. And I remember reading about Nolan McClain at first as a hitter, like as a DH. I would love for him to get major league at-bats, just to say, let's see what happens. The bench has been used. Instead of going to Vidal Brujan that day, maybe Nolan McClain gets an AB late in the game. But I think it's an exciting time for us as baseball fans, but Met fans, Yankee fans in the World Baseball Classic, keep your hands to yourself. We don't have to. We don't have to mock Judge. He's an American. He's on our side. You don't have to mock Nolan McClain.
He's an American. He's on our side.
Like, come on, man. Like, let's be good. All right? Let's be behaved. So, Sean, behave yourself. Tommy's not going to listen to me, but Tommy, don't Aaron Judge let America down.
I mean, what are we doing?
It actually made me laugh. I cracked up. I was in the middle of the night listening because I woke up. It was like 4 a.m. I hit the rewind button. Then I listened to Al a little bit later on, Al Cintron. And Tommy's like, dramatically, as you heard, Aaron Judge. He let America down.
That's amazing.
I'm like, Tommy is special. Right. Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019, the number. Chris in Tinton Falls. Hey, Chris.
What do you say, man? Guys, good talk. I mean, you're getting me excited for baseball season. But I wanted to talk real quick about upcoming, Giants needs draft. And I made this point a week ago, and I don't think it was clear why I believe the concept of positional value is a bit nonsense. The idea should be, in my opinion, drafting someone, is this guy going to be a starter and a real contributor for the next 6 to 9 years?
Right.
The answer has to be yes, especially at 5. That's why you do a Caleb Downs or Jeremiah Love or whomever they truly believe is that. And someone refuted what I said a week ago. My point is, look at all the Giants Super Bowl teams, and I mean all. Their O-line, you'll find 1, maybe 2 first-rounders. Rich Soybert, David Deal. You had a second-rounder in Snee. Go back to the Sims ones. You're not finding a first-rounder. I've done the research.
Right.
Point is, it's not always about the sexy edge rusher. That's why the Giants draft Carl Banks 3rd in 84. They were stacked at linebacker. Depth. He's going to be good.
Right.
That's why they took JPP when they were loaded on line. And, by the way, every great Giants team, they had good backs. They did. Tiki, second-rounder. Joe Morris, second-rounder. Rodney, a rookie first-rounder when they win in 90.
Right.
By the way, Otis Anderson was a first-rounder.
Right.
You always have talent. And
No,
when
you're
you
right.
reach, even wide out, gets you Thomas Lewis.
All right. Look,
Sorry, you guys let me ramble there.
We traded for Derek Ward, my second to last year, and then drafted Brandon Jacobs. He was a 5th-round pick, 6th maybe, 4th, whatever it was. But you draft for depth, but the Giants were good enough over consecutive years to have that luxury. Drafting for depth is a luxury, and you can only do it when you have good players. I mean, we drafted Richie Sorberg late and David Deal and some of these guys, but we also had some veterans that played great late into their careers. Lomas Brown, Glenn Parker, Ron Stone. Like, we had good players, so we were drafting for depth. It's what the Eagles have done with their offensive line. You draft for depth, and then ultimately those depth guys learn the culture. They can come up slowly, and ultimately they become the same players that leave and retire.
Chris in Bayshore. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey, guys. Listen, a couple of things. First, I want to apologize to Sean. I thought he was Tommy. But
That's awesome.
About the WBC, I got a DeRosa specifically. A couple of days ago, before, just as it started, there was a couple of ESPN articles online that clearly stated the first tiebreaker was head-to-head.
Yes.
So, and again, I'm not apologizing for DeRosa. Obviously, you're the head of the program, of the team. You got to know going in what you're up against, and he made a mistake. But I think there was confusion to be spread around there, which is not being talked about, and maybe that ought to be talked about in his defense a little bit. And the other interesting thing is the kid that struck out Judge is a Bayshore kid. He's a New York former Yankee. It's just kind of
Greg Weissert. Greg Weissert, yeah, was a former Yankee, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Bayshore kid, and I know Sean loves that. But
He's a major leaguer. I mean, that's the thing. Like, this Italian team, and I know some have issues with this. Like, is it really a Team Italy? It's really the Italian-American team.
Yeah.
But that's where some of these WBC teams are built.
Right.
But I don't know how the people in Italy feel about this, because I've heard, and tell me if I'm wrong here, that people in Italy are not like sitting there wanting to root for Americans, essentially.
Right,
they want to root for a true Italian team.
I remember looking at because we were trying to figure out the Great Britain team that I looked at. A lot of them are Bahamian. Some of them are very close, like a generation removed from being Scottish or Irish or whatever. Not even Irish. It wouldn't be Irish because that wouldn't be Great Britain. Northern Ireland, let's say. But they're one of those like really closely removed. I don't know what it is for the Italian team.
I was reading the rules of eligibility. If you have a parent who can be a resident in that country, then you're qualified to play.
Right.
And
this was with Trace Thompson.
Right.
His father is Bahamian.
Right. So I don't know about the Great Britain thing. What confuses me about the Italian thing is, like, I saw Wayne Randazzo tweet about how, as an Italian American, he's prideful watching it. He talked about Joe DiMaggio and the bridge he built, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Like, great. What I don't know, and I don't know the answer, is if you go to Italy right now, if you're in Roma, and you ask them, hey, you pumped up Team Italy's? I don't know if they're into it, because they're probably like, those guys aren't us.
Right. Greg Weissert,
some Americans.
Greg Weissert walks down a street in Florence. Nobody knows who he is.
It's not about knowing who he is. Do they take pride in that team having success? And my guess, based on what I know, is not really. Because they would want it to be a guy from Rome on the team and not an Italian-American, which, again, I understand Randazzo being pumped and anyone here saying, hey, I'm proudful about that team, Italian-American. But I don't know if the guy in Florence is pumped up.
Right. You were getting on Great Britain Evan.
Yeah.
From what I'm looking at,
there's 4 players from Italy. I looked it up.
There's 3 that I see. There's one that's Venezuelan.
Venezuela and Italy have a very close connection, so it's fine. You know where the name Venezuela came from? Venice.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No way.
Yes, it did.
That cannot be.
Look it up. Go down your rabbit hole.
I'm not getting involved in this one.
Go down your rabbit hole. I mean, just see if I'm right. Why would I make that up? I heard it somewhere. You know where I heard it?
Where?
On the broadcast last night.
Really?
Yes. Yes. The announcer was like, Venezuela, close connection with Italy, which I had heard. And then he's
I got 3 Italians. 3 that were born in Italy.
I counted 4, but I believe you on 3. So, yeah, it's not a lot. And again, I'm not saying they can't have the team or anything. I'm wondering if people from Rome or Florence are into it.
Yeah.
And I doubt that they are because I think they look down on Americans.
It should be a prerequisite. You have to have at least gone to the country one time in order to play.
I agree.
Forget that your parents are from there.
You don't think
grandparents
you don't think Aaron Nola's visited Florence once?
I don't know, but they at least have their passport better have a stamp from Italy.
Here's the reality. The easiest way for the U.S. to advance is them winning.
Yes.
We need Italy to win.
Let's root for Italy.
Let's go to Nick in New Jersey. What's up, Nick?
Hey, how are you guys? Love the show. I've been catching up on Odyssey, and I know you guys were talking about the whole Geno Smith thing.
Yes.
And I don't disagree with a lot of the comments regarding, as a Raider fan, watching them last year, clearly the offensive line was horrible. Chip Kelly's offense installation was brutal. The biggest gripe that Raider fans mostly had with Geno Smith, and something that you brought up that he had an issue with the Jets early on, was the fact of his immaturity. And I could tell
you,
I mean,
even now?
I remember in the preseason game against Seattle, there was a fan that was holding up a sign that's saying Geno Smith a bigger bust than Jamarcus Russell, and he flipped them off as he was coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah, he should, because that's so false, and that's just empirically not even close.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Oh, no, understood. And I get all that, Tiki. I think the biggest issue for me as a fan was then later on, so that was kind of a precursor, but then coming out or at the end of the game, he was being booed in Vegas, and he flipped off the fans.
Oh, so he did it again?
Yes. Yes.
Now, he shouldn't do that.
He's the quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, that's the biggest gripe. I mean, Raider fans could not wait to see this guy go.
Right.
Now,
well, but I think that's probably more because he's a veteran. They had higher expectations, and they went 3-14.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and he wasn't good, and they owed him nothing. By the way, Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci he's from Venice, discovered when he saw the coastline of what now is Venezuela, he said it looked like the stilt houses in Venice.
Thank you, I win.
So he called it Venezuela.
Told you.
Zola, which means Little Venice, and it became Venezuela.
You're going to apologize?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I mean, all I did was get it from the broadcast. I didn't do anything special. Unless they were lying.
That's random, stupip knowledge.
It's great knowledge. Because I had always heard about the Venezuelan-Italian connection, but I wasn't necessary.
Right.
I didn't know very deeply what it was.
Not that he discovered Venezuela, because Venezuela was there. And
yeah, it wasn't just
people there have been there forever, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they found it for themselves.
Yeah.
Now, as far as that Geno Smith thing is concerned, he apologized. This was Geno Smith apologized for flipping off fans as he walked off the field following the Vegas Raiders' loss to the Browns in Week 12. First of all, I'd like to apologize, obviously, to the fans, to the fan base of Raider Nation. I made poor judgment out of frustration, and that is not an excuse. I've got to be better than that, and I've got to hold myself to a higher standard. In that moment, I didn't. I'm sincerely apologetic and very sorry, obviously, for doing that. I just want to make it known that those things will never happen for me again.
To be fair, a lot of those Vegas fans are the opposing fans.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just being fair because he could have been flipping off whoever they were playing.
Well, he did it twice, and our last caller was right. So in August is when he saw the sign that said bigger bust, Geno or Jamarcus Russell. It was listed as a question, in fairness, and he flipped that fan off.
That was in Vegas also?
In August, Smith flipped off a Seahawks fan. So there you go. It was a road game. A Seahawks fan? So a former fan of his? Why would they say that? He was good as a Seahawks.
That's just bad fandom.
It's stupid. He's not Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
Geno Smith, I'll say this about him, and I don't know what's going to happen with the Jets. He can hold his head up high that he had himself a solid NFL career from this standpoint.
Dude, he was top 10 in the MVP voting.
But more than even that, because that's impressive. he was done. And he turned himself into something.
Yeah, I agree.
Most guys leave the league. Look at Zach Wilson. He's going to be in the CFL in a week.
Yes.
For Geno Smith to bounce around, have that patience, have the maturity to at least turn himself into a pretty good player in Seattle, I think that when he tells his grandkids about his NFL experience, he can be proud of it.
Right.
Jamarcus Russell can't.
No.
Ryan Leaf can't. It's just, they have stories and certainly learning experiences from it. It doesn't mean they're bad humans, just they didn't have good NFL careers. Geno was at least able to hold his head up high. We'll come back. More of your calls, 888-808-1019, and we address something I watched intently last night. A historic NBA performance by Bam Adebayo. Was it fugazi? Was it incredible? As someone who watched it, I'll tell you exactly what it was. Winning hits different with Fanatic Sportsbook, and now that we're heading towards the playoffs, every game carries a little bit more weight. So don't wait for that what-if moment. Switch to the only sportsbook that protects all basketball player props across straight parlays and same-game parlays across any first-half injury. If betting player props is in your playbook, Fanatic Sportsbook's Fair Play Insurance gives you the edge when it comes to cooking up a parlay. So some books protect your bet for just the first quarter. Some do nothing. But at Fanatic Sportsbook, they flip losing bets into winning bets every night on the court. If your player gets injured in the first half, your bet will play on with all the remaining legs, meaning a loss can be turned into a win. Other copy trends. Fanatic Sportsbook sets standards. Fair play keeps every first half protected, so bet with the book that always has your back. Fanatic Sportsbook, winning hits different here. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York's residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777. Or visit ccpg.org.
If you've been thinking about replacing those old, chilly windows and doors, now's the time. Windorama is kicking off their winter warm-up sale, and you can save up to 40% on your installation project when you purchase and install through Windorama. 40% off, big savings, great products and brands, and expert installation. Hard to beat that. Keep the warm air in and the cold air out. Upgrade your home the right way. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The New York Jets trading for Geno Smith to play quarterback this year screws the New York Jets. And the reason why, I think Geno might be too good for the Jets to get a top pick in next year's draft. And I know that the Raiders have the first pick in the draft this year and Geno was their quarterback. The Jets are going to be way better than the Raiders were last year. The Jets roster isn't that bad. My fear for the Jets is they go 6-11 or 7-10 this year. I'm Nick Costos.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. I love numbers. Like 100, as in 100%, as in TaxSlayer's 100% accuracy, guaranteed. And 0, as in $0, as in it costs $0 to file and get the refund you deserve with TaxSlayer Simply Free, if you qualify. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers with age, income, credit, and deduction restrictions. See TaxSlayer.com for eligibility requirements. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear. Extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for New York businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a New York business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell
Definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
Turning cloudy, maybe a shower. High 66.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
I'm Barry Colstein. I am a violin maker. Precision is part of my profession. 5 years ago, when I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, I chose CyberKnife. CyberKnife only hit the tissue that was affected by the cancer. Treatment was 5 days. Virtually no side effects. I'm healthy, and I'm basically cured.
For an appointment, call NYU Langone's Perlmutter Cancer Center at 833-1-CYBER. That's 833-ONECYBR.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days if your bet loses. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token, and if it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. That's 10 chances to play all tourney long, from game props and money lines to spreads, totals, futures, and more. You can even mix things up with same-game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to fill out your bracket, FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the action day after day. So visit FanDuel.com/New York to sign up today. FanDuel, it's time to dance. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Must apply select token each day. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Hey, it's Cinco here. I'm constantly on the go between the fan, taking care of my kids, various events, meetings, football games. The list goes on and on and on. But one of the things I value most is feeling safe and also knowing that my family is safe when I'm not with them at home. That's why I turn to our great partners at Sloman's Home Security to install their innovative ShieldLink system in my own house. The Sloman ShieldLink system is a smart home security solution that easily and seamlessly combines safety, convenience, and most importantly, peace of mind. Whether I'm home or away, I can manage anything right from my phone. My security system, home automation, my entertainment system, everything is right there at my fingertips. Our security lighting turns on as soon as we turn our alarm system on. So whether we're home going to sleep or away, we know that we're safe and our home feels protected. Just give them a call at 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit online slomans.com to learn how Sloman ShieldLink can give you peace of mind in your home and when you're on the go, just like me.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations, and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
The Travelers Championship. This is the place to see Keegan Bradley, Justin Rose, and Tommy Fleetwood. June 24th through the 28th. For tickets, visit travelerschampionship.com.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
It has been an incredibly busy day. We still have so much more to get to, but if you've missed any of it, you could rewind it on the Odyssey app. Our reaction to Geno Smith being the answer at quarterback for the New York Jets and Mark DeRosa embarrassing himself, as well as unhinged debates between Met fans and Yankee fans. But of all the things that happened last night in sports, and maybe the number one thing that people around the country are talking about at the water cooler was the performance by Bam Adebayo, which, look, it's Miami against Washington, a game I was actually sort of paying attention to because of the tank situation that my favorite basketball team is in. So
they are doing it expertly.
Well, they weren't a couple of days ago when they won 2 in a row.
No. I'm talking about the Wizards.
Oh, the Wizards are like brilliant at it, yeah. So they get him blown out by Miami, and that's it. I don't pay attention to it. And I got a text message from a buddy of mine, and I thought he was making a joke because Bam Adebayo at that moment had 67 points. 67. And so I immediately texted you guys and said, look at this performance by Bam.
Right.
And then I flipped the game on. I got the NBA League Pass. I'm like, screw it. I got to watch this. And what I saw was a disgrace. It was. I have no ill will towards Bam Adebayo. He's not exactly the first guy I would have thought of to drop an 83-point game, but the fouling, the triple teaming.
The Miami Heat fouling.
Both of them were fouling. Like, there was a moment where the Wizards were fouling other guys. But yes, Miami was fouling to get the ball back. The Wizards were sending a triple team, which I didn't have an issue with. But just the way Bam was continuously getting to the line, some legit, some just cheesy, made the 83 points feel cheap. Now, he had a great game. I mean, listen, you score 83 points, you got to be doing something right.
Right.
But it ended up feeling not completely legitimate.
But do they really, any of them? Did Wilt? Now, we didn't see it at all.
Thank you,
Was
Tiki.
that legitimate?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Was Kobe's where he took all 13 of the last 17 shots or something?
The Wilt Chamberlain game was an abomination.
Yeah.
And so I mentioned this on Twitter last night. I think I was responding to Craig about this because he was ripping the Adebayo performance, which I agree with. I'm ripping it right now. But what I want to make clear to everybody is, as disgraceful as that was last night, not as disgraceful as the Wilt game.
Right.
And I heard Tommy also say that, well, it wasn't on tape. We don't know if it actually happened. No, we know it happened, Tommy. The game's actually on radio, and there's a recording that was recently found. We know it happened, but the way he got to 100 was BS.
Right.
Just like the way Bam got to 83 felt like BS. They were fouling. It was ridiculous. Now, that night, Wilt happened to make his free throws, which was rare for him. Only missed 4. But his 100-point game, and I've said this forever, has always felt like a delegitimate performance. And Bam did the same thing.
Right.
So if you're going to use your bully pulpit today, whether on social media, on the radio, or on TV, to rip what happened with Bam, that is totally fine. I'm with you. Acknowledge that the Wilt Chamberlain game was a freaking joke as well. Because if you only pick Bam and you act like the Wilt guy, that was the height of legitimacy, you're lying to yourself. And you're lying to the audience. Call out the Wilt game.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that Wilt wasn't great that day at Hershey. It doesn't mean Bam wasn't great last night down in Miami. It just means the way they got to their final point total felt very not real.
Yeah, I think this was a chance to highlight, in some ways, how bad the tanking situation has gotten in the NBA.
Because it was against the Wizards.
Because it was against the Wizards.
Yeah.
And they weren't even trying. Now,
at the end, they were sending triples.
Okay.
Last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, they did not want him doing this.
Yeah, because that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But the reality is, how you played in the first half was embarrassing. Bam had 31 points in the first quarter.
No, I get you. That's why he had a great night. We cannot take that away from him.
Right, but how? How does Bam Adebayo, who averages 18 points a game this year, and probably for his career, it's maybe 20? Maybe?
He's not exactly known as like the most prolific scorer in NBA history.
He is not a prolific scorer. He never has been. He never will be, really, unless a game like this happens, where he goes to the line 43 times, and the Wizards are not trying. Like, that's embarrassing. We talk about how regular season basketball is hard to watch. It's because there are too many teams like the Wizards who just quit and just let it. This was worse than exhibition. And we were talking about WBC and how the United States treats it. This is worse than that.
Well, I'll tell you something interesting. So I was watching the Heat broadcast, and when they started double and tripling him, literally tripling him, the analyst said, and this is the Heat broadcast, I would have done this much earlier. And that's the point. Like, it's not that you're trying to ruin history. It's that this guy's embarrassing us. Let's try to put some resistance on. But what is going to be very difficult for people to look past, and I agree with you guys, is the free throws. I mean, to get to the line 43 times is absurd. And so I come prepared. I pulled the 4 greatest games in NBA history when it comes to scoring points. Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Bam Adebayo, and I actually picked a 4th that's a little bit down on the list, and the reason I picked it is because I'm going to prove to you that's the greatest performance of all time.
Okay.
It's not Wilt, it's not Bam, it's not Kobe. Let me start with Bam Adebayo. He shot under 50% from the field. Wilt Chamberlain shot 57% from the field in his game, and Kobe shot 61% from the field. Say what you want about Kobe taking 46 shots. He made 28 of them. That's 61%. Kobe Bryant got to the free throw line a reasonable 20 times. Bam Adebayo got there 43 times.
Which is more free throw attempts than his previous game high.
Yeah. Well, it's
his previous game high was 41.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, from an efficiency standpoint, Bam is well behind Wilt and well behind Kobe. He went 7 for 22 from 3. You know what Kobe did that night? 7 for 13. So, same amount with 9 less shots. And we know about the free throws.
Better than 50% from three-point range.
They both had basically the same amount of assists, which is essentially nothing. But those numbers I just gave you, I mean, Kobe was better. Let's just say it. But there was someone better than both. And that occurred by Luka Doncic. Luka had a 73-point game, and it was a close game. Unlike the Kobe game against Toronto, which was a blowout, the Bam game, which was a blowout, and the Wilt game, which was a blowout, the Luka game was a 5-point victory. He scored 73 points.
So he had to.
He had to, but you ready for this? These numbers are going to blow your mind. You may want to sit down or stand up.
I am standing.
Luka had 73. He shot 25 for 33 from the field.
Holy cow.
That's 76%.
Wait, he missed 8 shots?
He missed 8 shots.
Oh, God.
10 less field goal attempts than Bam.
Yeah.
30 less field goal attempts than the completely overrated performance of Wilt Chamberlain, and 13 fewer than Kobe Bryant. From 3, Luka was 8 for 13. Wow. From the free throw line, right? We're making a big deal of Bam.
Like 70% from three-point range.
Yeah. Bam got to the line 43 times. You know how many times Luka got there?
10?
16.
Oh.
And he made 15 of them. He also happened to have 7 assists in that game, which is the total of assists combined of Bam, Wilt, and Kobe if you add it all together.
Wow.
Plus, just for good measure, Luka in that game had 19 rebounds. That performance by Luka.
Well, some of those shots had to have been offensive rebound, just putbacks. Right?
Maybe. I mean, it certainly wasn't his misses. He only missed 8 shots.
Right.
Luka's performance, and you won't hear about it today. You'll hear about Kobe. You'll hear about Wilt. You'll hear about Bam. Luka's performance in a close game is considerably better than those other performances I mentioned. So we're going to make a big deal of 183, but there was a fugazi nature to those performances. There was nothing fugazi about the 73-point performance I just told you about Luka. And are we really getting nuts about 8 more points than Kobe?
How many minutes did he play?
I got to double. I think it's all basically the same, by the way.
Yeah.
Because they all pretty much
like
played.
40, 42 plus.
Yeah. But the efficiency is off the chart. But that's where Bam falls short. And it's not to rip him, but he shot under 50% from the field.
Yeah. That's just because he took every shot.
I get you.
And he got to the line 43 times.
But he missed more than he made.
That's true.
So what? And I'll give you this defense of Bam, watching this closely. He was above 50% until the end because he kept hacking up shots.
Yeah. No, he was, I think his 3-point shoot, he made, he made 7 3-pointers?
7 for 22.
But I think he started 5 of 8.
Correct. You're right. And that's where I do want to be fair to him. His performance in the first half and the first 3 quarters, dude, it was unbelievable.
Right.
It became less efficient because he was so desperate to break Kobe's record. He just was. And we think of Kobe's record because Wilt's record isn't going to be touched because it's obviously fake.
Yeah. It's not fake.
It's fake in the way it was executed, just like this one is.
Right. But you have to be.
Not Luka. Dude, it was a close game.
Yeah, Luka's was legit. But still, most of these are not. Something is amiss. The game is over. The game is not competitive. and it's just a piling on of points, and the opposing team doesn't really care.
And that's why, to me, it's not even close. Again, it won't get recognition, but I'm going to give it, and hopefully you listen and you tell your friends. Luka's performance was far better than Bam or Kobe's, and probably even Wilt's. I mean, Wilt went 36 for 63. He took 63 shots, 32 free throws.
Right.
Like, if you're going to scream about Bam's game being absurd, just try to be consistent. Don't act because it was a long time ago. Well, I'm not going to touch that. No, you can touch it. You can rub it. You can mention it. You can acknowledge that there's something fugazi about it. That's okay.
What are you talking about?
What?
Never mind.
I have no idea. All I know is Bam's performance was must-watch TV. I'll tell you that. I couldn't shut that game off. And the best part was, so he gets to 81, and there's a foul. And the Heat announcers are like, oh, what a great job. Bam is going to come out as he matches his hero, Kobe Bryant, to a standing ovation. Meanwhile, no. He was staying in the game because he wanted to beat his hero.
Yeah, he did want to beat his hero. And when he did, L.A. got upset.
They did get upset. And I'm glad Tiki mentioned this because he alerted me to this clip. Are you guys ready for this? In L.A. last night, the PA announcer announced the Bam Adebayo performance. You got to hear how he announced it.
A rather melancholy footnote in NBA history occurred. Miami beat Washington 150-129 in that game. Miami forward Bam Adebayo scored 83 points.
That's in L.A., by the way, just so you know. That's Kobe.
He says a melancholy footnote. The footnote's douchey too.
I know. That's amazing.
A melancholy footnote in NBA history announces it, and the crowd boos.
Amazing.
That is awesome.
Hey, look, I'll defend the LA people on this. You know, while I'm putting over Luka, Kobe's performance was better than Bam's.
Oh, yeah.
And I just gave you the numbers. Like, it's undebatable. Kobe shot 61% from the field, Bam 47%. Kobe made the same amount of threes in 9 less attempts, and he took 23 less free throws. Think about this.
Yeah.
Bam got 18 more points than Kobe from the free throw line. So no one's going to debate this. Kobe's got Bam beat, and Luka's got Bam beat, and even Wilt's got Bam beat. As much as I don't like the Wilt performance.
It's going to end up being one of the most forgettable nights in NBA history, I think, long term.
Yeah, this isn't something people are going to celebrate years from now.
No,
people still celebrate Kobe's 81.
And also, he was Kobe. So, like, that's right? You know, obviously that's a big deal.
And he's a scorer.
Right. A March night with Bam Adebayo in a game that nobody was watching.
Against the worst team in basketball.
You're going to have to remind NBA fans this happened a couple of years from now.
All right.
I disagree with you halfway. So you're right about Kobe. People love Kobe, and they would not put this above Kobe. People will remember this game, but they're not going to remember it in a positive way. And I think it's unfortunate. Because, again...
Also, he's going to get slammed and ridiculed for this.
Yes, he's going to get ridiculed. I think he's going to get ridiculed for not coming out at 81 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, dude, what are you doing? It's the late Kobe Bryant. Everybody loves him. We know about the way he passed away tragically. Like, it's going to be taken as disrespectful that he needed to pass
Kobe
Kobe Bryant.
Not fair for him.
Yeah. So you're saying if Kobe Bryant was alive, we would be okay with this?
It'd be a little bit different, slightly.
That's unfair to Bam.
I'm just telling you the way things are going to be treated. Like, you're guessing that
You're
this is
probably
forgettable.
right. It's just not fair.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's fair. Life's not fair. True. But I think it will be I think it'll be memorable, Sean, but I think it's going to be a negative thing. Like, we are going to look back at Bam Adebayo the way people should look back at Wilt Chamberlain, which is not the players, obviously. Wilt's an all-time great player. I'm not knocking the player. I'm knocking the performance and how fugazi it is. I think people will look at this as fugazi the way they should look at Wilt's 100. That's where I disagree with you.
Okay.
Let's get to some of your calls, 888-808-1019. Let's go to Jason in Waterbury. Hey, Jason.
What up, Jason?
Hey, what's up, guys?
All's good, dude.
Hey, Evan. Hey, guys, great to talk to you. Listen, I just want to get my point across, please, because when you talk about Wilt Chamberlain, it's sacred to the NBA. He's one of the most dominant figures that's ever played in the NBA without question, okay?
Yeah.
So when you talk about his 100-point game, you know what, Evan? I don't care what you think of it, but you know what? I would go after Adebayo's 83-point game last night, and I would never go after Wilt Chamberlain's game, 100-point game.
It was fugazi.
He put the game on the map. It was in front of 4,000 people in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
It was illegitimate.
The game is sacred. The guy scored 100 points. The guy's stats are legitimate. The guy scored 23 points a quarter. He only took 33 free throws for the most dominant
Jason, it was an illegitimate.
Evan, and how could you say that the way you think about
because I've done research. It's an illegitimate game. I think Wilt Chamberlain is a Babe Ruthian figure. I have nothing but respect for Wilt Chamberlain, and don't turn this into me crapping on him. I'm crapping on the performance. And if you want to close your eyes and be naive, you have every right to. I'm not. The game was fugazi.
None of us saw it, by the way. None of us saw it.
Correct. But we've read about the fouling that was going on. It's illegitimate.
Right.
But you know what? I'll make you a deal. I'll make everybody a deal. If you're going to say that the Wilt game was completely legitimate, then legitimize Bam's game because it was the same crap.
Mm-hmm.
They actually did the same crap.
Yeah.
To a lesser extent, the Bam game. But the same stuff happened. So don't be a hypocrite.
And Wilt, they let him score.
Yeah.
They let the opposing team score so they could have more possession.
And they were fouling. It was and it started earlier. The fouling started with 5 minutes to go in the game. Trust me, I've read about this game. It was illegitimate. And it's not a knock on Wilt. It's just a knock on the game. It's not a 100-point game. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Right.
Let's go to Mark in Summit, New Jersey. What's up, Mark?
Hey, guys, big fans, all of you. I'm going to kind of back up what the last caller said a little less emotionally. I do understand last night was totally farcical, and Wilt's game was, to an extent, farcical. But, Evan, and you probably don't know this, even though you know a lot, last night was the first game ever since Wilt's game where two players on one team combined for 100 points. It never happened with Kobe, with Luka, with David Thompson, with George Gervin. And Will alone scored 100 points in a game. Some guy named Simone Fontecchio, who I never heard of, scored 18 last night.
But what does that matter?
18 and 83.
That just all that proves is that Bam scored a lot of points just like Wilt did. They both had an absurd amount of points. We get it. So we can add the math to make it 100?
Right.
Like, Wilt Chamberlain and Bam Adebayo both had amazing nights. They just both made it farcical at the end of each game. Mm-hmm. They both did, essentially, and their coaches did, essentially the same thing. Except Spo really, but do you know what Spo did last night?
No.
He challenged a offensive foul that Bam Adebayo committed with 1.5 minutes to go.
Why?
Because he wanted it to be a regular foul so we could go to the line. You think I'm kidding? Yeah, he was challenging. I could be wrong about the time left in the game. It was definitely like 2.5 minutes to go.
It doesn't even matter.
Oh, I was cracking up.
Did he win it?
No. It was an offensive foul. I mean, the officials were bad, but can you imagine? Like, let's overturn it. Let's give him 2 more free throws. Guy took 43 to begin with. Steve in Bayside. Hey, Steve.
Hey. I think that getting back to the thing with the WBC,
yes,
I think that the people in Italy would be thrilled that players have at least some Italian heritage. Have you ever watched the World Cup? I mean, half the players on like France are from Africa and Germany, the same thing, stuff like that. So at least these players have some Italian heritage.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, the thing with the World Cup is that, especially when you look at the French, so many. It's just like Bahamas and Great Britain, who we were talking about with baseball, Jazz and Trace Thompson and some of these other guys. It was a colony.
Right.
So much of Africa was a French colony. In fact, when I went to Senegal, the president, Abdoulaye Wade, his wife was a white French woman because he grew up in France.
Right.
But he was the president of Senegal. So like the ties colonially are big. And I think that's the only way you can do this.
That's different, though. That's far different than, and I'm asking a question because I genuinely don't know the answer. I was in Italy this summer. I wish I can go back and just ask.
Right.
Are Italians in Italy
are they excited about this?
Excited about a team of Italian Americans?
I would say no. First of all, because baseball is not big there.
I don't even think that would matter because here's where I disagree. Like if it was like true guys who are living in Rome right now and Venice and all these towns in Italy, even if baseball is not their sport and they were competing with the best of the best, they'd get fired up. It's like us with soccer.
No,
a lot of us are not soccer fans, but we would get fired up about that.
I think it's more like us with cricket. Soccer has become more mainstream. It's more like us with cricket.
That's a comp.
Like
you're right. We wouldn't care.
We know that we have a national cricket team.
We do?
But yeah, of course we do. But do we really care?
No.
Exactly. And so in Italy, do you really care about a international baseball team? I doubt it.
No, you need to.
They care about soccer. They care about these other things.
I got
Baseball
a great idea.
is not the sport that they give any what's about.
I have a great idea. And Sean, it's not that difficult.
I already don't like where this is going.
Can you look up a bar in Rome? Look up any bar in Rome. Dial up a number. We don't have to do this on the air. And ask someone who works there, are people excited about the World Baseball Classic?
Well, no. The problem is, this is how you know.
The time issue?
Sean messed with this yesterday.
Yeah.
And tried to catch us. Oh, it's for Italy. That game is going to be at
2 in the morning.
It's going to be at 3 in the morning.
Nah, you're right.
3 in the morning.
But do it anyway, because right now it's 5:30, so it's like perfect time.
I'll try, but as you know, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Are you really going to make me do this during the break? Because it's not going to take that much.
I'll
just find a bar in Rome or wherever you want.
You should.
And call.
So call now, because it'll be 6 o'clock, 6:30. And it should be happy hour.
Yeah, and just ask. Just be like, we are
you
curious.
guys keeping the bar open to watch the World Baseball Classic?
A little bit of a problem. I don't speak Italian.
They speak English. I was just in Italy. Like, most people there speak English. And if they don't, say sorry and hang up. And then try another bar.
Say buongiorno.
Yes, it's buongiorno. Did you know that?
I thought that was France.
It's bonjour. No, you're right. Bonjour is French. Hello, bonjour. No.
I was just in all these countries, and they were not saying that in Italy. They were saying
You
France.
were in these countries on American soil.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
In the greatest place in the world.
That's right, Disney. Sean will give us an answer on if Italy is excited about the World Baseball Classic. He'll also give us a Cinco de Lunch show, and we'll get back to your phone calls at 888-808-1019. And a lot is on Sean's plate because he's also not thrilled about the Giants offseason. Haven't heard that from a lot of Giant fans. You'll hear that from Sean coming up. We have a couple of nationally televised and some other pro basketball games going on tonight. Here is the latest pro basketball injury report presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. Let's start off with the local game that we'll be paying attention to. The New York Knicks are taking on Utah, and Utah's been just sitting everybody. A lot of these injuries have been going on for a while, like Jaren Jackson Jr. is out for the year. He's out. Walker Kessler, he's out. Lauri Markkanen, he's out. Yusuf Nurkic, he's out. Keontae George is questionable for tonight with an illness, so we'll see. On the New York side, it's not that bad. Josh Hart's still dealing with the left knee soreness. He's questionable. That's it for the injury report outside of Deuce, who we already know is going to be out. As far as other games are concerned, Denver will host Houston in a game later tonight. For Denver, Peyton Watson is still dealing with a hamstring injury. He hasn't played since before the All-Star break, and for Houston, Jayshawn Tate is unlikely to play. He suffered a knee injury 2 weeks ago, and the team will reevaluate his progress this week. That's today's injury report. Listen all season long for weekly injury updates presented by Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different with Fanatics Sportsbook, and now that we're heading towards the playoffs, every game carries a little bit more weight. So don't wait for that what-if moment. Switch to the only sportsbook that protects all pro basketball player props across straights, parlays, and same-game parlays across any first-half injury. If betting player props is in your playbook, Fanatics Sportsbook's Fair Play Insurance gives you the edge when it comes to cooking up a parlay. Some books protect your bet for just the first quarter. Some do nothing, but not at Fanatics Sportsbook. They flip losing bets into winning bets every night on the court. If your player gets injured in the first half, your bet will play on with all the remaining legs, meaning a loss can be turned into a win. Others copy trends. Fanatics Sportsbook sets standards. Fair play keeps every first half protected, so bet with the book that always has your back. Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for New York businesses looking to diversify your income.
Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Gold prices are soaring and silver is near an all-time high. If you've got gold or silver just laying around, then you want top dollar, then go to the Estates Roadshow this Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold in Old Bridge. For info, go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Hi, it's Alicata here for CertaPro Painters. I've been spending a lot more time at home lately, and my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is happy. For me, sometimes that can be challenging. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. And hey, ask about their spring sales event and get 10% off on qualifying projects.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Hey Jersey, Powerball's up to $58 million. So whether you're in North or South Jersey or somewhere in between, you can pick up a ticket today at a local New Jersey lottery retailer.
IKEA presents Keep It or Let It Go.
I stood out in the rain for 10 hours for these sneakers. I called in sick to get them, and then I actually got sick. Now I won't even wear them if there's a chance of rain. How ironic and sad. But still, how could I get rid of something I treat better than myself?
With the PAX wardrobe from IKEA, you can proudly display your sneakers. And with delivery and assembly, you don't even have to leave your home. So don't sell anything you love. Store it instead. Shop bedroom storage at ikea.us/bedroom storage. Dream the possibilities.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Piera Palazzolo,
VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, where you can lease a Lincoln Corsair for only $366 a month.
36-month lease requires $48.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires March 31st.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Well, good work by the same guy who carries Sean's podcast anyway, Bryce Gelman, the One Giant Step podcast. He called up an Italian bar. And you know what? Why don't you tell us what that Italian bar said about the World Baseball Classic in Italy? Because for those that are just tuning in, what I'm curious about is it's a team of Italian Americans, right? Do the people in Italy give a crap, or are they like, it's a bunch of Americans on our team? So what was the answer?
So first off, it's an honor to be able to speak to you guys on the show.
Don't kiss. You don't have to kiss
I'm going to do that. I mean, if I'm on this show, of course I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw you guys your flowers. So I gave them the call, and apparently they could see where it's from because you put the exit code. The guy spoke perfect English.
Yes. Oh, nice.
He spoke perfect English, and he said, we could not care less. I go, do you know what it actually is? He goes, yeah, I've heard of it. We don't care about baseball here. And that's what he said.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
So it may
they
not
don't
even
care about baseball.
So it may not even be my point of who's on the team. It just may be
it's just a sport
baseball.
they don't care about.
Okay.
It'd be like if you know what? The example I gave was perfect.
Cricket.
Because you know why?
What?
The United States cricket team is 90% Indian American.
Okay.
90% Indian American is the U.S. cricket team. Do we care if USA Cricket is playing, I don't know, who's the best cricket team? Pakistan. And they beat them. And we say, oh, they have a chance to win the World Cricket Championship. And you know what? They're all Indian American.
No, it definitely wouldn't be about that. It would be about the sport. You're an American. Indian American, you're an American.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
Our entire cricket team is Indian American.
Yeah. That part doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't.
Right.
So why does it, the fact that the
because
Italian
they're not
WBC
Italian,
is Italian American?
Because that's different. Indian Americans are Americans. Italian Americans aren't living in Italy. It's just different. Look, either way, whether it's your point about the sport, which is probably right, or my point about they're not going to root for Aaron Nola, who maybe has never been to Italy, they don't care.
How do you know they could have went to Italy?
I'm guessing that Aaron Nola or Greg Weissert maybe went once, or they've never gone. The point is the Italian team is like a secondary American team. It's the Italian American team.
Yes.
And by the way, if you're Italian rooting for them, good for you. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but that's like a second American team. What'd you want to say?
I don't even remember. At that point.
Good. Then give us a Cinco because we're all very hungry.
Sure. What about a fan focus? Was there Cinco first?
Cinco first, yes.
Okay.
You need to feed us, Sean.
Fresh in the booth, somebody hide the queso.
And we need this here Al Centron.
Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! It's a Wednesday lunch hour, and Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. Last night, in the midst of Bam and Nolan McLean imploding, we had a Max Crosby deal go by the hay. What do you call it? By the wayside.
Wayside. Oh God.
Oh jeez.
By the hayside.
By the hay. By the wayside. That after yesterday, if you picked up on the read, Tiki declared Baltimore the biggest winners of the offseason because of Max Crosby. That's how we left it. But here it is: the 5 things we thought were done in sports but never happened. All right.
All right.
Here we go. Evan's keeping track. Here we go.
Here we go. Number 5.
Arson judge to the Giants.
Yeah. That was a minute. That was 65 seconds.
Yes.
That is one of those moments, there's like 10 of them, I think, in my life, where you just remember everything about it.
Right.
Like getting that news, Big Mac freaking out, the bloody sock was like freaking out, but then calm, like, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. And then finding out, okay, it's not real. Just that minute and a half of Yankee fans thinking Arson Judge was a Giant.
I was listening to you guys walking the dog. I'll never forget it. Here we go.
Number 4.
By the way, did you see, I don't know if anyone noticed this, if you consumed the Rico Bronya the other day, while I was interviewing Carlos Mendoza, John Heyman walked right by?
I did not see it. I just listened.
Oh, okay. It's in the shot right behind Mendy. You just see John Heyman walking by.
So good.
I saw John. He's a great guy.
Yes. He is.
No, I was just saying. Go ahead.
Did you say hi?
Yes. Oh. And nice shot.
Nice.
Speaking of John, number 4 is Max Crosby to the Ravens.
Oh, you're putting that at number 4?
I'm putting that at number 4. I think the next 3 are bigger than this. But this is a big one, man. It was 2 first-round picks that fell through here.
Yeah, and it pissed people off, specifically the Raiders.
Yeah, because they want the picks.
Damn right they do.
All right, here we go.
Number 3.
Again, these are the 5 things we thought were done in sports but never happened. Number 3 is Chris Paul to the Lakers.
Yeah, and it got vetoed by the commissioner.
That was the league.
That was the league, but still, that was crazy.
It's amazing.
Number 2.
How now they just kind of manipulate for the Lakers.
Yeah, well, David Stern and Adam Silver are very different.
Yeah, maybe a little get back. Number 2 is A-Rod to the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Again, thought that was done.
And I almost think that could be number 1 in terms of how seismic it would have been to changing history.
Right.
Like A-Rod to the Yankees, no. Who plays third base? Manny was gone in that deal. We forget that. He was going to Texas. Like, there's so many things about that. Does 04 ever happen?
Yeah.
I mean, clearly not. It looks different, that's for sure. So I think on a lot of levels, that what if is maybe the biggest one of them all.
Okay, so you think that's the biggest one of them all. I actually want to ask you before I give my number 1, what do you think number 1 is that you haven't heard?
The biggest thing we thought was done in sports but didn't happen. Well, there's a bunch that jump out at me, like Carlos Correa to the Mets. That was kind of recent, where that was a done deal.
Back to the Cavs.
Yeah, but that happened.
Yeah.
LeBron to the Knicks, were we ever at that moment where he thought he was going to be a Knick?
I actually think based on Evan's criteria of why he thought A-Rod to the Red Sox should be number 1, this is undoubtedly
all right, go ahead. Number 1.
Number 1.
Bill Belichick coaching the Jets.
Oh, yeah, that is number 1. I try to put that out of my mind. Good job by you, though. That's number 1.
Seismic, what history could change.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt that's number 1. I think the difference between that and A-Rod is maybe in the moment we didn't realize how seismic it would be because we didn't know Bill Belichick was going to turn in to one of the great coaches of all time.
Well, here's the thing. If he had come to the Jets, would he have been the greatest coach of all time?
I tend to think so. It would have looked differently, that's for damn sure. But, yeah, I think he's a great NFL head coach. And, assuming that Woody didn't, fire him too early or, get too handsy early. Because remember, Woody was about to take over as owner of the team. Yeah, I think everything would be different. No question about it. And that's why Sean is right. Like, it would have been the biggest seismic change. I'm not saying we would have won as many Super Bowls. Clearly not. But we would have been very good. So, yeah, I agree with you. That's number 1. I think you got the list right.
Good list.
Correa didn't make it.
No, and I almost thought of Wilmer Flores.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Because he's crying on the field.
Yeah, no, that's up there because what they ended up doing secondarily got them to the World Series.
Yeah.
Like, if that trade goes through, and remember, it wasn't just Wilmer Flores, Zach Wheeler was in that trade. So they were going to trade away Zach Wheeler before he became any good. They were getting back Carlos Gomez, who would end up being a Met in a few years anyway for a second stint. So, yeah.
The Mets!
That's a good list. Good job, Sean.
Thank you, Evan.
Did anyone inspire you to make that list?
So, no, but full disclosure, I'll never get credit anyway. I made this list this morning. I got into work, and I saw a nice little email from Evan where Evan's little crony Dan recommended the same list, but he called it the what-ifs, right?
Yeah, I think you guys phrased it differently, the what-if list.
Maybe feel better if Dan was thinking that way.
There is another Raven near miss that jumps out at me, and I don't remember what happened, and maybe you guys do. You were playing at the time. Sean, obviously, diehard football fan. Terrell Owens was going to be a Raven.
And I don't remember this at all.
You don't remember this?
No.
Do you remember this, Sean?
I had forgot, but now you're saying it. I have like fuzzy memory about this.
Yeah, me too. I was doing Baltimore sports talk radio, believe it or not, so I was talking about it a lot.
Right.
But I don't actually remember why it didn't happen. So that's where I get tripped up. But that was close, and that could have been seismic too. Terrell Owens on the Ravens.
I mean, maybe because he was such a pain in the butt.
Maybe that was it.
Seriously.
Brian Billick was like, what am I doing?
Right.
I'm not doing this. Yeah. That's certainly possible. Well, coming up in a few minutes, Sean will explain why he is actually a little upset by some of the things happening in the Giants offseason. But let's get back to some of your calls. We hit on a lot today, including the Bam Adebayo game, Mark DeRosa being clueless, Geno Smith being the quarterback of the New York Jets, and we still have a ton more to do. I'm very curious to get the opinion of a loyal listener and a big basketball fan, and we've talked about Wilt in the past and how fugazi that game is. JR in Somerville. JR.
What up, JR?
The floor is yours, sir.
What's going on? Hey, all right. So, yeah, I mean, of these high-scoring games in the NBA, in the league's history, I've been lucky enough to see 3 of them live. On TV. I lived in L.A. during the Kobe years, so, he's the best player I've got to see every night. And, Evan, you're killing me by going back and reading box scores and deciding which games through the box scores are maybe better than Adebayo, Kobe's, or Wilt's game, especially using Luka Doncic's game as a game that was supposedly better, not understanding the league conditions at the time.
Right. So you hate the Luka games. Tell us why.
Well, all right. That week, first of all, another player scored 60 that night in Devin Booker. 2 other players scored 60 that week in Karl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid. Embiid had an amazing 70-point game, which should be mentioned right along with Luka's. And that was basically 4 guys scored 60 points in a week. Only 4 guys scored 60 points in the 80s. Luka's game got lost in the mix because we were angry at the league for creating the conditions that allowed these guys to score so many points. He should be taken out of the whole thing.
But, JR, you have to acknowledge, though, the efficiency of that game and the fact that, unlike a lot of the others, it was a close game. So those points he scored were important. They weren't garbage points the way we saw with Bam and Wilt. You're right about how the game has changed. I'm not arguing that.
You're also right that they all 4 probably made you not remember any of them.
Yeah, because there were so many in a given week.
Yeah.
Sure. It's fine.
Yeah, and then the other thing is Kobe was a totally different situation than all of them because they were losing that game by 14 at halftime. Kobe had a flurry. They were down by 20 in the second quarter. He had a flurry going into the half, which made you say, hey, the way this guy's playing right now, he averaged 40 points in that month. He averaged 40 points a game in 2 months of that season, which is amazing. We knew that he was about to go on fire. He took them from 14 down to win that game. Right. So he did it all by himself, no free throws. He had some, but it was based on the strength of the game. Everything that had to go on was last night. With Wilt has to do with the competition level at the bottom of the league, and that's it. Kobe is the one who stands alone, and that's it.
I'll give you. Here's where we're in agreement.
Good context, JR.
The Bam and Wilt thing. He's 100%, and that's where we agree.
Right.
I think Kobe's performance and Luka's performance very different.
Right, because the game mattered.
And it wasn't watered down by the free throws. Like, that matters. Wilt Chamberlain got to the line 32 times. Bam got there 43 times. Luka 16, Kobe 20. There's a huge difference, and both of those games were laying in the balance. So, overall, I agree with you. You just want the Kobe game standing alone, which is fine. My point is the Wilt game and the Bam game are both fugazi.
Right.
And if you're going to rip Bam's game last night, that's fine. At least acknowledge, I don't care how old you are, because this is an age thing now. It's like, well, I saw the game. You don't know what you're talking about. First of all, you didn't see the game. There were 4,000 people at Hershey. Unless you were one of them, you didn't see the game. You just happen to be old enough to have read about it in the newspaper the next day.
Right, or listen to it on the radio.
Which, how many people actually did that?
Right, but all of us can now because they found it.
That's true. Now you can. Sean, before we get back to your calls, I did promise this. You are not thrilled with the Giants offseason right now?
I want to make, before I get crushed and everybody kills me, I'm going to be in September, head over heels, thinking this team has a chance to compete for the playoffs.
The Giants suck.
I'm pumped up about John Harbaugh. I love the fact that they fixed the special teams. But, if we're being honest yesterday, when I see Reek Woolen go for 1 year and an escalator up to $15 million, and I look at the Giants' corner situation, I'm staring at the offensive line right now.
Yeah.
And I'm staring at the fact that they still don't have a third-round pick. Now, by the way, card subject to change, they could trade back. I really don't know.
It's incomplete. You got to chill out because it's incomplete.
This is why I'm not freaking out, Tiki.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it clear. I'm not freaking out, but my opinion right now is I don't think the Giants are definitively a better football team on paper than they were a year ago.
I'm a fat moron.
And I expected by day 3 of free agency to feel as if they were. They're better on specials.
What else did you want to happen?
I really thought that they would have walked away, especially if they didn't sign Flott, with a better corner situation than Greg Newsome right now. And like they haven't even no Wyatt Teller, they haven't even brought back Greg Van Roten. They have a glare. Jake Kubas right now.
Did you really want Greg Van Roten back? Did you really want him? I'm being honest with you.
No, but at a worst case scenario, Tiki, right now Jake Kubas is a starting guard. My point is, they only have a first and second round pick, and they are, if you believe Jordan Renan's report, they're basically done spending money here. The team is not that good on paper, and we're throwing all the bouquets about Isaiah Likely, and I like it. This is not a better football team roster-wise than it was a year ago as it stands right now.
The Giants stink.
That's all I'm saying. What they've lost and what they've added, I don't love the equation right now. And I'm just being truthful. I'm not panicking. I will be excited at the end of August, but let's stop pretending the Giants for 3 days have had this great 3 days of free agency. They have not. That's all.
Wow. You're wrong. You know why the Giants are better? Because they have real coaching. Let's just start with that.
Right. I said roster on paper. I agree with you.
I understand,
and
but
that could make all the difference. And the special teams with the kicker and punter could make a big difference.
Staff, and it's not just John Harbaugh. I'm talking about the defensive coordinator staff because that was abysmal last year. They will, on its own, make you better because they'll put people in better position to succeed. And by the way, Tremaine Edmonds was a hell of an addition.
He is. Their cornerback room stinks, and their interior of their offensive line stinks.
It's still able to be addressed. I mean, how many cornerbacks were signed in this free agency period that were serious difference makers? I mean, honest. Who was it?
No, I agree.
It's Josh Jobe, no. Eric Stokes, Jamel Dean, possibly, but that's an overpay for a guy who's older and hasn't always been consistent down in Tampa. And I know that specifically because my brother tells me. Alante Taylor, like what are you talking? Who are you saying
so first,
that the Giants should have went and got? Spent money in free agency. It's always going to be an overpay, but who is worth overpaying for in free agency that's a cornerback right
I don't even think it's an overpay. I would have gave $5 million to Wright yesterday from the Bears.
You're jealous of a Jets move.
All right.
Feel good.
He did not get guaranteed $15 million. I would have paid if it was going to take 1 year for Reek Woolen, I would have done that as well. It's not about overpays.
Okay.
It's just about I think they're ignoring this.
But you didn't watch Reek Woolen this year?
He wasn't good.
He got benched, dude.
I know. And
he got benched.
And Newsome was terrible. I like and at least Woolen's proven
1 year deal.
I would have. I know, but that's my point. I'd rather have Reek Woolen and the upside of him on a 1 year deal. And again, the offensive line. What happened to they were going to sign AVT, which I wouldn't have agreed with either. They pivoted off that to nothing. They have done nothing at guard. So if you had all this money to do this for the AVT, or they were right there until Robert Saleh picked up the phone with Cordell Flott, and we could debate that all we want. They didn't do enough with that money to replace that either. And I'm fine not killing your cap and overspending, and I get all that. But the roster is not that good right now, and it should be better by day 3 of free agency.
All right, I give it to you.
You're a whiny bitch.
We'll just wait and see.
I know, and I'm going to be excited. Again, I'm going to be the biggest phony because by August, I'm going to have all the pom-poms out. I'm just giving you my truth serum right now. That's all.
We appreciate that. I mean, absolutely. It is the first wave of free agency. There are a few more waves to come. We'll see what the roster looks like. We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls, 888-808-1019. And Tiki Barber is not escaping this day because audio has been unearthed that may force Tiki to wear an L. And the only reason I didn't know about it, these words were uttered when I was away. And I don't know how Tiki's going to be able to defend himself. I'll leave it at that. That's coming up in a few minutes. Plus you at 888-808-1019.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. And now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer. This thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it in your bag and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up collarsandco.com right now. Use code TIKI for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
I can't be the only one who felt some type of way last night watching Bam Adebayo score more points in a game than the late, great Kobe Bryant. And it's no shade, no disrespect to Bam. 83 points is amazing, no matter how it happens. But given the fact that Kobe's no longer with us, I'm watching the game thinking, man, I hope Bam gets to 80, but I hope he doesn't break Kobe's mark. I can't be the only one that feels that way. I'm Nick Costos.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Declaration of Deal Sales Event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single day through March 15th. From now till that final 68 is revealed, you're getting daily profit boosts for a chance at boosted winnings on your college basketball bets. So trust me, you don't want to miss a single day. Build the same game parlay for a shot at an even bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started. That is FanDuel.com/New York to get daily profit boost on your college basketball wagers. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure and has all the betting markets you want. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Cleaning up some of the other NFL signings from yesterday we haven't gotten to. As we mentioned, the Eagles got Tyreek Woolen from Seattle on a one-year deal. But how about Romeo Doubs getting paid to replace Stephon Diggs in the Patriots offense? Also, earlier this morning, Daniel Jones got upwards of $100 million over 2 years, including $50 million this year, the largest two-year contract in NFL history.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
All new Dunkin' Zero, only 20 calories. Zero sugar, the all new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins, so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon, wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Suncest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0% fruit juice. Participation may vary, limited time offer.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
866-323-7529. 250 Pele, Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
IKEA presents Keep It or Let It Go.
Oh, I've had these punk t-shirts forever. From back when I still had a mohawk. Back when I still had hair. I'd yell anarchy at strangers for fun. Now I apologize when my emails are too long. Is this me now? Am I a sellout?
With Storklinta 6-drawer dresser from IKEA, you can give your t-shirts the quality storage they deserve. So don't sell anything you love. Store it instead. Shop bedroom storage at ikea.us/bedroom storage. Dream the possibilities.
Get breaking sports news here. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
Evan Tiki for another hour, and then you've got the Carton Show with Craig Carton and the Bloody Sock, Chris McMonigal. If you've missed any of today's show, rewind it on the Odyssey app. At the very beginning of the show, we talked about the Jets signing Geno Smith, and we played clips of me predicting it 4 years ago, or at least asking for it 4 years ago, and Tommy more accurately stealing Paul Rosenberg's idea and predicting it a month and a half ago. But new clips have emerged of Tiki Barber, and it's bad. It's bad. I'm just going to tell you right now before I play it, this is going to be tough for you, Teak. And I love you, but this is going to be tough for you.
Okay.
So let's start with the one that's less tough for you. This one's not a big deal. It was the first time I brought up Geno's name because there was a report from Zach Rosenblatt. And I said, Zach is speculating, educated speculation, that Geno Smith will be signed by the Jets.
Right.
And so we brought it up a couple of weeks ago. I read the report, and we'll hear Tiki's response. Take a listen.
No.
His best guess for the Jet quarterback room was Jacoby Brissett and Geno Smith.
I hate this team.
Why?
Why? I mean, geez.
I love the Jets. Why would you even guess that? That's not happening.
Well, no, you can't say that. You're telling me it's not happening? You may not like it. I don't like it. But you really think it's not happening?
Geno Smith coming back to the Jets does not make a lick of sense.
Well, how about that?
That's my opinion.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Of course it is.
Because he also said that's not happening, which meant he was right. We didn't get a Brissett and Geno.
And so far, and Tiki said doesn't make sense, which I agree with you about.
Yes.
But this last clip is criminal. I wasn't aware of it because I wasn't here. But what you agreed to, I feel so dirty. I don't even want to play it. You know what? Delete it from the system. I like Tiki too. I have to play it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Tiki, I was here with you. I didn't know what he was talking about until he gave me the audio.
Right.
I've been notified I must play it.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good luck, Tiki, defending this.
Tiki, wouldn't you rather see Zach Wilson than Geno Smith again?
Probably.
What? What?
Why is that so bad?
You'd rather see. I'm no fan of Geno. You're about to make me turn face on Geno Smith.
Go ahead.
I'm no fan of Geno Smith. Did you agree with Connor's statement that, quote, I'd rather see Zach Wilson than Geno Smith?
First of all, that's tongue-in-cheek.
Was
Who
it?
cares? And then second of all, am I wrong or am I right about
You're
it?
wrong.
The Jets are a sewer.
We know that Zach Wilson failed miserably in his first stint here with the New York Jets. And most of it was because he was so poorly coached. Now, the problem is, I don't know if he would have gotten – no, now I know he'd be more well-coached if he was here with Frank Reich.
Mm-hmm.
I just – he would be because it's not, hey, Zach, just do whatever the hell you want. It is, Zach, there will be consequences if you don't do things well. So, I mean, again, either one of these aren't ideal situations, but pining for Zach Wilson is not what I was saying. It was more Zach Wilson at 27 years old is better than Geno Smith after 2 failed seasons at 36 years old.
Well, it's amazing how 3 hours later we've all flip-flopped because my whole point was I want a lottery ticket, and you said I need some certainty. I want to win some games.
Yes.
I'm all for lottery tickets, but I'm not for that one. And because of that controversial agreement, I'm putting out a poll right now on my social media, and I'm phrasing it this way. I'm only asking this absurd question because of what Tiki said on the radio, but who would you prefer to be the Jets quarterback in 2026? Geno Smith or Zach Wilson?
Wow.
How do you think that's going to go?
I don't know, man, because we haven't seen Zach Wilson in 2 seasons.
That's true.
So we didn't see Geno Smith for 3 seasons,
right?
And then we did, and it was good,
right?
And then we saw him for the last 2 seasons, and he's been very bad.
If Zach Wilson gets more than 20%, then I would consider this a victory for you. Because I would have to think, as mad as some Jet fans are, we don't speak for everybody,
It's such an interesting question, though.
Is it, though?
It is.
It's an absurd question.
It's only interesting because we know that Zach Wilson failed because of the regime that he was in.
Is that really the only reason? Because Denver got rid of him and Miami benched him for whatever.
I hear you, but we didn't see him. Like, we did not see Zach Wilson.
But isn't there a reason we didn't see him?
Well, they drafted Bo Nix.
No, I'm talking about in Miami even this season when they decided at the end of the year, screw it.
The Miami one is damning, but I also feel like that was a failing regime and what's his name? I'm thinking Kyler Murray, but Tua Tagovailoa is failing what Mike McDaniel wants to do, and so if you want the fan base and the owner to get back on your side, you can't throw Zach Wilson in there because it's a known failure. You throw in Quinn Ewers, it's kind of like, well, maybe we see a little something. I'm really interested to see what the Jet fan says.
And I'll give you the results. We'll let it marinate.
Zach Wilson is signing with the New York Jets.
This is more interesting, I guess, semi-serious news when it comes to the New York Giants and ownership. The Giants have requested approval from the NFL's Finance Committee for ownership transactions involving the Tish family, per sources. This is from Diana Rossini.
Wow.
Steve Tish, Jonathan Tish, and Lori Tish plan to transfer their remaining stakes into trusts for their children.
So what exactly does that mean?
It basically means, it sounds like it means, and again, I'll have to look further into this, that their controlling stake is going to get taken away from, or not get taken away, but they're not going to have a controlling stake.
So the NFL, because my first brain goes
it's
to
a way to do what everybody's been talking about doing without taking away their ownership stake.
Wow. I am shocked by this because when the Epstein dump occurred a few weeks ago, and we spent a lot of time on that Monday talking about it, my whole point was the NFL could do something if they want to. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Roger Goodell met the media. He basically didn't say a word about it when he was asked, like, I don't know, we'll investigate. Right. And it was almost poo-pooed away. And I was angry a few weeks ago at the Combine when poor John Harbaugh's asked about it and Joe Shane's asked about it. And I'm like, you're putting these guys in a tough spot. And then I was really angry when that report came out where the Post reported that ownership is so concerned about the perception of Joe Shane. And I said, you should be concerned about the perception of Tish with everything going on with the Epstein files. And here is some major movement, maybe from pressure of the NFL. I'm going to almost assume it is.
I don't know.
Or John Mara. Maybe the Maras are pressuring him.
It's probably more internal.
Which is very admirable.
I think it's probably more internal because it feels like this is being, at least it's saying that it's being directed by the Tishes. The Tishes are asking this to happen. So John and Lori and Steve are asking for their controlling interest to be put into a trust that ultimately will be run and managed by their kids. And so that doesn't feel like the NFL coming down hard on them and saying, you got to get rid of your control. You got to get rid of it. That it doesn't feel like that.
So what do you think it is? You think they're doing it on their own, realizing
it's probably
it could get to that?
It's either that or let's find a solution to this.
Yeah. Or it could be, and I remember bringing this up to you early on, that if I'm the Maras,
right,
I say, dude, what happened? What's your connection to Jeffrey Epstein? And then I don't want to be necessarily associated with this. So it could be pressure from the other side of ownership. We don't know yet. So obviously this is speculation,
right,
as we acknowledge. Could be pressure from the NFL, or it could be, we know this may happen, so let's just protect our kids now and get this into a stake for our children. Either way, we are seeing movement in Giant ownership based on this report from Diana Rossini.
Right. So it's interesting because we didn't know if we would see anything, and now we're seeing a little bit of movement on what this potentially could mean.
Yeah, I'm so fascinated, and I don't know if Diana, who's a great reporter, will get us more on where and why this is coming from. Is this simply the Tish family saying, hey, we're doing this for our kids, and this has been the plan all along, right? This is something we've thought about, and we've planning it all along. It has nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, right? Nothing to do with that, which, by the way, could be the perception they put out publicly. Right. Is this the other side of Giant ownership saying, hey, something better be done, okay? Because you're ruining our good name. We did nothing wrong, and you're associated with this disgusting man. Do something. Or is it Roger Goodell? If I had to guess, because I don't really know, Roger Goodell is so gutless, it's not him. I rule that one out. So I lean either towards the Mara family saying, hey, do something.
Right.
Or the Tishes, maybe the other side of or maybe even Steve himself saying, you know what? I know that there's more here.
Right.
And so instead of letting it get worse, let me get ahead of this.
Well, I mean, it feels like Steve, this is a way for Steve to get a little bit removed. Jonathan is the treasurer, and I don't know how much longer he wants to stay in that role. They're obviously on the board there, and Lori as well. But Carolyn Tish, who is the daughter, and is in an executive now for one of the soccer teams, local women's soccer team here in New York. And so it could be a way to just stem it until she's ready to take some kind of control. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I think this is a maneuver that kind of gets the noise tamped down a little bit and makes it feel less like Steve Tish is co-owner of the New York Giant type thing, and he's tied to Epstein, and it becomes this story over and over again. Now it's, okay, their interests have been transferred and taken and put in a trust. So it's not Steve Tish.
How much percent? Do you know how much percentage?
Now it's 45.
So 45, which is a significant number.
45% by the Giants or by the Tishes, 45% of the Maras, and 10% to the Koch family.
So
Julia Koch.
Very dumb question. I acknowledge this,
Right.
but you're the smart guy. And so it's great. I can ask the dumb question. A lot of us listening are dumb. Tiki's the smart guy. So if it's transferred to the children's trusts,
right?
Like, what happens to that 45% power? Like, those kids aren't doing it.
That's a great question.
It just disappears, I would assume.
Well, I don't think the power. I think it probably goes to the executor of the trust.
Okay.
But I don't know who that is.
Steve Tish has always been known as, he has power.
It's a good question.
Because it's always been, John's maybe a little bit more hands-on, and Steve,
Right.
he cares, but he's more silent on it.
Right.
So obviously at any moment he had a chance to say, hey, here's my opinion.
Right.
We're not firing this coach, or hey, I really like this guy. Now, if this is approved by the NFL, where does that even go? And when do the kids take control of that?
Right.
That's the other thing. A lot of questions.
No, there's a lot.
Do you do a pod on this, Sean? Is this podcast worthy? Or is it too confusing?
Carolyn, by the way, is Lori's daughter.
Gotcha.
I was already doing a Talking Giants today at 4:30.
No, but I mean about this specific situation.
It'll probably become this, yes. Now, but again, we need to get more details on exactly how to go in depth.
I have a very selfish question.
Okay.
Back in December, we played a game. We made predictions for 2026, like grandiose predictions for the year that was. And the prediction I made, or one of the predictions I made, Tiki scoffed at, and I want to remind you what that prediction was, and you tell me if this qualifies. Maybe it doesn't.
Go ahead.
I said either the Giants or the Yankees will be selling their team. And you scoffed at me.
That's right. That's right.
Does this count?
It's tough. I don't know if it does.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that.
It's a close one.
It is a tight one.
I got so close.
But I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no to that.
We'll keep you posted, but that's the latest, and it's being reported by Diana, by Seth Wickerham, and even Jordan Ronan are reporting this. File to ESPN from Jordan Ronan and me, Seth Wickersham. New York Giants co-owners Steve Lurie and Jonathan Tish are requesting a transfer of their stakes in the team to their children's trusts, according to an NFL memo obtained by ESPN. No matter what is said publicly by anybody,
right?
The perception, rightfully so, is going to be this absolutely is related to the leaking of the Epstein files and Tish's relation to it.
Right.
They will be denied, I'm sure, but it's just too coincidental to think, oh, no, we planned this all along, even if you did. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we'll see as more information comes out. You want early returns on my poll?
Yes, go ahead.
So if you are just tuning in, I mentioned that Tiki controversially said that he prefers Zach Wilson over Geno Smith. So I asked, and I phrased it this way, I'm only asking this absurd question because of what Tiki said on the radio. But who would you prefer to be the Jets quarterback in 2026, Geno or Zach Wilson? 72% Geno, 28% Zach. That's way too much.
I'm telling you, it's complicated.
It's not that complicated.
It's only complicated because you haven't felt the badness, the ineptitude of Zach in a couple of seasons.
Yeah,
and you've seen Geno be bad for the last 2 seasons. I know what you're saying. You're right. It is way too high because Geno's a competent cornerback and he can win.
Well, and also I mentioned at the beginning of the show I wanted a lottery ticket, so I want to just prove my consistency
Yeah, but you got
on
to
this.
get off the lottery ticket.
But that's what I want. So one could argue, isn't Zach Wilson a lottery ticket? I would tell you that Zach Wilson is a lost lottery ticket from last weekend's lottery, so I can't win. So yes, it's a lottery ticket, but it's already expired.
Right.
So that's the difference. 888-808-1019. Matt's down in Florida. What's up, Matt?
Hey, Evan. Oh, I'm running back over here. What's going on, Evan? You guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you. What's
very
up, man?
good. Very good, very good. Hey, Sean's Cinco de lunch. I was loosely listening. No offense, Sean. But how about the 7? Yeah. How about the 7? I think it was 72 gold medal USA Russia game. I remember seeing highlights as a kid. They won the game, right? And then it was taken away.
They got robbed. Yeah, I think they added time or they took time off the clock.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it was some kind of weird fugazi thing that happened. Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. I remember seeing an interview with Doug Collins. It was fascinating. Anyway, boys, I've been listening since 5 o'clock. Okay, this morning. Not one caller, not one host has brought up this possibility in terms of DeRosa. So here's what I think happened.
Go.
Okay?
Go.
Do I think DeRosa didn't know? Maybe. I don't think he cared. I think he was apathetic. Here's how I think it went down. After the game, they beat Mexico. Hey, Skip, by the way, just so you know, chances are like 98% we're in, but there is some technical. Don't worry about it. Manja. We got Italy. We're going to smoke them. I believe. I really believe that, bro. And Tiki, you know this, Tiki.
You're joking, but it sounds so true, like how it probably went down.
It's true. I know it's true because I lived in these locker rooms as a ball player. He's a ball player. He don't care about technicality. Just go out there and play.
Right.
Now, Tiki, on top of that, when you get asked by the media, hey, Mark, how come you thought you guys were in? What's a more acceptable response towards the public, towards the media? Is it A, guys, I dropped the ball. I didn't know the technicality. My bad. Or is it B, fellas, we were going to beat Italy. We took them lightly. We took them for granted. We screwed up.
Right. It's that.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
It's saying that they did well, and not that we didn't know the rule. And we didn't play hard enough.
But the question would be, if you knew the rule, is Bryce Harper playing over Paul Goldschmidt? If you knew the rule, would there be any part of your bullpen handling last night that would have been different? If you knew the rule, would Clayton Kershaw been warming up before you quickly warmed up Mason Miller?
No.
And the answer is no.
Right.
So things certainly changed in that regard. Let's go to Brian in Mineola. Hey, Brian.
Hey, guys. How are we doing today?
All's good, man.
You were talking about Wilt's 100-point game.
Yeah, Fugazi.
Somebody covered the game as a newspaper reporter.
Really? Who?
Ernie Accorsi.
Get out of here.
How about that?
Is that right?
Yeah, I read it years ago. The game was in Hershey, PA. He was a reporter.
Holy cow.
Isn't that crazy?
You could talk talk about it, you know.
I should
Can you
reach out
ask
to
Ernie
him.
and ask, was that game legit or not?
I will.
Because, again, the reason I bring this up is it is absolutely fair to call out what happened last night with Bam Adebayo. I watched the last 7 minutes of the game, and it felt dirty. The fouling, the free throws, everything about it. I raise my hand and acknowledge it. But I also say that if you're going to make those comments, acknowledge that the Wilt game was even worse. That's all. That's all I ask for. Just acknowledge that the Wilt game was worse. And Ernie Accorsi, I guess, would offer a... Does he do interviews anymore?
I don't know.
He'd be fun to talk to anyway.
He would be fun. He had a lot of experience.
See if he'll come on.
A lot of different experiences as well.
Yeah, no kidding. See if he'll pop on. That'd be a fun
Wasn't
spot.
he in Baltimore?
Yes, during the John Elway stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's why he is forgetting just the Will Chamberlain stuff. I mean, he's a fountain of information and experience. That's for sure. Moses in Brentwood. Hey, Moses.
Hey, Evan. Hey, Tiki. Hi, Sean.
That was good, man.
What's
Shout
up, man?
out to the Cinco de Loncho Get Fresh crew. Anyway,
Let's go.
Hey, Evan.
Yes.
I want you to embrace this. Someday in the future, we're going to be much better than where we look right now. We got to have faith. The Jets will rise out of the cellar. And Carton needs to stop being a baby. Okay, we got Geno Smith, but who else was out there?
Well, I've given you a list.
Kirk Cousins, he's a Statue of Liberty quarterback.
No, it's not about Kirk Cousins, but at least for me, I can't speak for Craig. You can ask him who he preferred. I wanted a lottery ticket. I wanted somebody who could at least play the position, hopefully be competent, but maybe give me the high upside. And I know Tiki bashed Anthony Richardson, fine. If you don't believe in him, I would have pushed for Kyler Murray. I'd push for a trade for Tanner McKee. If it's too much, obviously I'd walk away. But I would be interested in somebody who at least is young enough to give me that upside. And I'm not arguing it's a great list, but I made one. I made a big quarterback board for a reason. And Geno Smith was not near the top. So you could ask Craig who he'd prefer. I don't know. I could speak for myself.
Zach Wilson on the list?
No. My list?
Yes.
No, I didn't include him. I kept him off.
I just had to check.
No, he was not.
My bad. I had to check.
I have a strategy, whether you like it or not, and you don't, and that's fine. And that was, I'd rather bring in someone young. Will Levis. Done. Will Levis. I get he's probably not going to be the answer.
Right.
But I'd give Will Levis a shot. I would prefer Will Levis over Geno Smith. Is that because I'm so sick of people saying there's nobody better. I just gave you better options, in my opinion. In my opinion, not that they're better quarterbacks, they're better options in terms of the upside. Will Levis is a specific answer. Is that good enough for people?
Yeah, that is a good answer.
Good.
Before I get yelled at for breaking glass, Jets sign a kicker, glass or no glass?
That's important, yeah.
Okay.
Don't be a hypocrite. You
Who
do it
is
for the
it?
Giants.
Yeah, do it, of course. There it is.
I love the Jets.
I'm doing it because he was with the Giants for like a week and didn't play last year. Cade York is being signed to a one-year deal for the Jets.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I guess he's a New York.
I'm disappointed they didn't they keep Nick Folk. I think his second tenure with the Jets was successful, but look,
They're just looking for an upgrade. That's a challenge.
Yeah, because he had a great year last year.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't have the biggest leg in the world. How'd Cade York do last
That's what
year?
I mean. They're looking for an upgrade in leg strength.
And Cade York's 25 years old.
Right.
4th round pick in the 2022 draft.
Dude.
So last year he didn't kick. He was with nobody.
So he was drafted in 2025.
2022.
Oh, 2022. Got it.
He didn't play in 2025. Why was he not playing last year?
There's also not a lot of spots.
Yeah, I think he bounced around practice squads.
Yeah.
In 2024, he was with Washington and Cincinnati and went a combined 9 for 13, but his long was a 59-yarder. And then in 2022, his rookie season, he was 24 for 32. And his long was a 58-yarder. I don't know. He didn't kick last year. What the hell was he doing? You just bouncing around practice squads? So that's what we're doing? We're replacing a very good kicker for a guy who didn't kick last year.
I'm sure there'll be somebody else in camp.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Not getting
he
nuts
was with
about
the
it.
Giants in camp and got cut.
So what was he doing last year? Was he
Nothing.
just buying?
He just bounced around practice squads. He never kicked.
He never kicked. He was never anywhere.
There's only 32 of those jobs, Ev.
I get you. Great. Okay.
You should be fired up, man.
I should not be fired up. The guy didn't even kick last year.
He's going to lead the team in points. Be excited.
Shut up. Hey, look, Tiki's right, which is why I'm not going to get crazy. There'll be someone else in camp. But the problem is, like, you don't want to minimize stuff like this because this costs you games, and it did 2 years ago. So, yes, on March 11th, I'm not going to get nuts about Cade York or who the kicker is, but know that it matters. Understand that. Just like if Nick Folk wasn't a good kicker, I'd be picking Fernando Mendoza right now. which is a sad way to look at it. More of your calls coming up next at 888-808-1019, and we will explain it so you understand what has to happen for Team USA to advance in the World Baseball Classic. We'll give you a nice, easy-to-understand guide to get you through it. Coming up next. If you've been thinking about replacing those old chilly windows and doors, now's the time. Windorama's kicking off their winter warm-up sale, and now you can save up to 40% on your installation project when you purchase and install through Windorama. 40% off, big savings, great products and brands, and expert installation. Hard to beat that. Keep the warm air in, the cold air out, and upgrade your home the right way. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
I am always busy juggling life, family, kids, and travel. But feeling safe and know my family is safe is so important. That's why I turn to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system, a smart home security system that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. The best part is that I have complete control over my doors and lighting even when I'm not there. So if someone's coming to visit or someone's babysitting my house, I can turn on the alarm and turn on the lights and lock the doors without their help even knowing what's going on. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. Or visit slomans.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by the New Jersey Saltwater Fishing Expo. The East Coast's largest saltwater fishing expo returns with more tackle, more gear, and more retailers and manufacturers March 13th through the 15th at the New Jersey Convention Center in Edison. Tickets at saltwater.sportshows.com.
I'm Pat Boyle, here to help you get hooked with Western One Sports. The T-Wolves play the Clippers in L.A., and I think Benedict Mathurin will continue to shine off the bench for the Clips. Mathurin has been a spark for L.A. since they acquired him at the trade deadline from the Pacers, averaging 19 points per game. Minnesota is on a back-to-back, and Mathurin's aggressiveness in driving to the basket should serve him well in this one. I'm going over on Mathurin's points tonight. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
In business, even one missed call could mean money left on the table. So I get it. Doesn't matter how great your team is. If everyone can't collaborate and communicate effectively, you got a problem.
Every opportunity is a chance to show customers how you run your business. When a call or message falls through the cracks, you're not just missing a conversation, you could be losing a customer.
So it is time to try Quo. Quo is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications.
With Quo, missed calls doesn't mean lost revenue. Quo brings calls, texts, and contacts together in one AI-powered system, so you never miss an opportunity. And it works right from an app on your phone or computer.
So your team can share one business number for calls and texts, making collaboration so easy so nothing gets missed and customers never have to repeat themselves.
Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/WFAN. That's QUO.com/WFAN. Quo.com/WFAN.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3? Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
If you're in the market for a great deal on Toyo tires, get to Town Fair Tire for your absolute best deal. Because at Town Fair Tire, you get the guaranteed lowest price on any Toyo tire. Plus, you get free services for life. And we honor all valid Toyo tire rebates. For the absolute best deal on Toyo tires, get to Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
The Travelers Championship. This is the place to see Keegan Bradley, Justin Rose, and Tommy Fleetwood, June 24th through the 28th. For tickets, visit TravelersChampionship.com.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones, big and small, they've helped mark the moments that matter most to their customers. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As they celebrate a century of excellence, they thank you for being a part of their story, and they look forward to the moments still to come. They invite you to visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
This hour is brought to you by Chase Ink Business Unlimited Card. Go from here to possible with the Chase Ink Business Unlimited Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With 45 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up. I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe? Yeah. I only paid to finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
If you love sports, this is the show for you. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Weekday mornings 9 to noon Eastern on the free Odyssey app and YouTube at The Costos. Bringing you the biggest NFL news, guests, and notes from the offseason while getting you ready to win the madness of college hoops. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Presented by BetMGM. Download the Odyssey app and listen from anywhere for sports talk from people who love sports.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. The Knicks are in Utah at 9 p.m. tonight as they look to dance with the Jazz. And the Big East tournament about to get underway at the Garden. Providence and Butler take the court at 4 p.m. Rutgers plays Minnesota at 9 p.m. in the Big Ten tournament. And those of you still without Apple TV for Friday Night Baseball, this might be the year to commit because Friday night's May 15th Yankee-Met game will be on Apple TV.
Oh, man.
Hey, Sean, the conference tournaments for college basketball, they started this week.
I got that, but the Big East start. I got that right. That didn't start yesterday.
No, Big East starts today. Hofstra advanced yesterday.
Yeah.
Watched the end of that game. It was close between them and Monmouth, so that was
I made
fun.
the mistake yesterday off the air of asking these guys when Selection Sunday was. I was that behind on vacation.
Yeah, I had no idea that the tournaments had started. Obviously, the Big East tournament had not started yet, but congratulations to Hofstra. It's weird. I'm happy for Speedy Claxton. Obviously, a wonderful player at Hofstra, and now coaching his alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
But I sports hate him because of the finals. He was on the Spurs in 2003, and I still have horrible thoughts about what he did to me and New Jersey Net fans. And Speedy has leaned into that and has made fun of me for it. So I'm going to be a big man here and say congratulations to Speedy Claxton. Very happy for him. As a coach and as a college player. As an NBA player, you're dead to me. I don't know if we can play this, but I'll ask you if we can.
Go ahead.
A reporter who covers the Houston Texans was doing a live chat and was analyzing the draft. And someone made up a name. The person's name is Dixon Myaz.
No.
And if you say it close together the way this reporter does, it sounds like something very different.
Right.
And instead of saying, I've never heard of that guy, he actually broke down a fake player.
No, he didn't.
By saying, yeah, he'd be a good fit for the Texans. And I can play the audio, but the way he says Dixon and then the last name, it sounds like the intention.
You probably can't play that.
So, Sean, what would you say? Play it or no play it?
No play.
Okay.
I think we've had enough technical trouble today.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. So, yes. The advice is if you've never heard of somebody, just say it.
Right.
Don't.
I have no idea who that is.
Because it's bad enough that you tried to make a fake player real. The guy's name was innuendo that you couldn't pick up. Because, again, if you say those two names quick, it comes across differently. But I'm not going to do that because we have kids in the audience. Today's window seat is brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 40% during their winter warm-up sale. The man in the window seat today is Aaron Nola. He's the starting pitcher for Team Italy. And the circumstances are actually simple once you or have it explained to you. If Italy wins the WBC game against Mexico tonight, then the U.S. advances. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Italy wins. Aaron Nola delivers. Team USA will advance to the quarterfinals where they will either face Puerto Rico, Cuba, or Canada. More on that, never. But more on that if you pay attention to that bracket. But if Mexico wins, the U.S. would advance unless Mexico wins by scoring 4 runs or fewer. So if Mexico wins today 4-3, or 4-2, 4-1, or 3-2, 3-1, 3-0, or the USA's out.
Right.
If Mexico scores 5 runs or more, then Italy is out, and the U.S. and Mexico would both advance.
So they need a high-scoring game.
They just need more than 4 runs from Mexico. Now, I ask this question because I'm sure it's going to be on everybody's mind because we all remember that NFL game where a tie would have had both teams in, and we all said they should just collude and tie the game. Does Mexico and Italy make a deal to eliminate the USA? It actually would be smart. We're a very good team. Why not get one of the best teams out?
Right, because then both of the teams in this game could hang around.
Correct. Mexico will win. That's the agreement. But they've got to score 4 runs or fewer. And then Mexico and Italy would both advance, and they would get rid of their biggest competition to winning a world championship, or at least one of their biggest competitions.
Right.
Would they do that?
No.
They should. They should. Just like the Chargers and Raiders, who got to overtime in that game.
I know.
Should have just kneeled it out the whole 15 minutes. Yeah, they should.
It's tough because we want to see a real game, and guys are competitors. As a professional athlete, I'm sure you would say, yes, we're trying to win. But it makes so much sense.
Yeah, but it does, but it's also just weird. Because what happens if you accidentally mess around and you end up losing?
Well, you have to make an agreement.
Or win. How?
I don't know how you do it. Maybe they
can keep taking pitches.
Well, I think Italy lobs it in early, lets Mexico get the 3 runs on the board, and then from there it's just, boom, boom, boom.
You could literally play 8 innings of everybody just take 3 strikes. We're just going to go.
And then change it in the
And
ninth.
then in the 9th inning, Okay, we'll just make as many errors as we need to make sure you score 1 run and you lose the game 1-0.
Call it a day.
And you roll out.
No, Mexico has to win.
I'm sorry, yeah. So Italy and Mexico, okay, we agree.
Right.
Nobody's swinging a pitch this whole game. Everything over the middle.
The problem with an idea like this is, even though it makes sense, because again, the USA is a really good team, why not eliminate them?
Right.
This event is trying to become legitimate. And it already is, but it's still growing. You would completely derail its growth if you had a fraudulent game.
Right.
Like the NFL could get away with it because it's king. If two teams tie. You can't have.
Quite the opposite.
What?
It will be remembered forever. Like this, you will never forget the World Baseball Classic exists if these teams had the nerve to do it. Never. We would always think about it. It would be great for the World Baseball Classic.
Now, last question before we get to your calls. This game is at 7 o'clock tonight. It was initially supposed to be on Tubi, and then they eventually changed it to FS1, knowing it'll get a rating. People will watch this. Will you, Tiki Barber, knowing the impact on Team USA, will you watch Italy-Mexico tonight?
I will not. I will score watch it. I'm going on a date with my wife and the Lawlesses.
Oh, good for you.
So, no.
Okay. Will you request at your date the game be on a television?
No.
No? Okay.
But I will maybe check on my phone every now and then.
All right. Sean Morash?
Because I don't really care. Just so you know.
Okay.
I don't mean to offend anybody who's going to watch this game. I don't want to say no, because there's a chance I'm having the most boring night ever where my kids are completely asleep and my wife's doing work and nothing's on, where I pivot and I watch it. But other than that, no. It's going to take a lot for me to sit down and turn this game on.
Interesting. I mean, if you look at, there's no hockey tonight. I mean, there's hockey, but there's no local teams, I should say. The Knicks play later, so it's a little bit later against Utah tonight. So that game starts at 9. So and you do have the Big East tournament.
Yeah, the conference championships.
You got that. You got college basketball. So you have a little bit of competition, but not a lot. Right. I will be locked in. Isn't the right word because I'm not scoring it. Though I do have on my scorebook for spring. I have a spring training WBC book. Believe it or not, it actually says spring training World Baseball Classic. I can't bring myself to scoring this game. By the way, Sean is yawning right into the microphone.
I'm exhausted.
We're putting you to sleep?
It's not you.
Show's boring today?
No, it's not. There's a lot going on. I've had it.
You've been back for 2 days, Sean.
I know.
You need another vacation?
That's not a vacation. Going to Disney World is not a vacation.
Which is
it's
true.
a chore. You're walking 10 miles every day. Your kids want this. They want that. Then they want to go back to the pool. And then it's get me to Lightning Lane for this. And then it's this.
And you're drinking the whole time.
I have had it with the last 2 weeks. That trip was not a trip.
I can't wait till you guys grow up a little bit.
God.
And your kids grow up a little bit. And the idea of a trip is like, let's go away without the kids.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I love going away with my kids.
That's what we do.
Go get me to Aruba.
Oh, we take them away. Our kids go to Europe every year.
Yeah.
But we take a couple of trips without them.
You know, you're right.
Necessarily without them.
And you know what else you learn, Tiki? If you're going to book a Disney World trip and you're going to have your kids involved and take them to the Magic Kingdom, you know when you don't do it? The night where you turn in the clocks forward an hour and you're trying to get in there for the stupid rope drop to get on Tiana's adventure, only for the kids to cry and say the drop was too high. You don't do it then. I have not recovered from Sunday in the Magic Kingdom, and yes, I'm yawning, so screw you.
Kiss my fat ass!
All right.
Well said.
Glad you got that off your chest.
Thank you.
Let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. Mike is in New Jersey. What's up, Mike?
Hey guys,
What's up,
sorry, I'm in the middle of my lunch at the Saddle River Deli.
Nice. What you having?
Hey, a BLT on a soft roll, the best rolls in Jersey.
Love it.
Anyway, couple things real quick. On the trust, Tiki, you were right. The chances are it's a family trust with an executor at the top,
right?
Which is probably Steve Tish, which means nothing happens without his say so. And then beneath him, if he's unable to perform the duties specified under the trust, there'll be trustees named underneath him, which I'm guessing are other family members. So,
right. Well, I mean, the kids the kids are older
for the ownership.
Well,
yeah,
Mike, just so you know, the kids are older. They're not like teenagers. The kids are adults and have regular jobs and are doing things. I mentioned Caroline, who is Carolyn, who is Lori's daughter, runs the soccer team. So it's just they're adults. So they may be the ones in charge.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be in charge, and that's the information that is yet to come out, but he's giving up control of the team, his control that he had. And what I didn't realize, we were talking about it earlier, is that when Julia Koch got involved, they gave up 10% of what they owned. So currently...
No, 5%.
I'm reading 10%. That's how much they gave up, the Tish family. So their ownership right now is only 23%. That they own 23% of the New York Giants. That's some of the numbers I'm reading right now. Now, how accurate that is, I trust you. You know a lot of people, so maybe that's not even accurate.
The Giants sold 10% of control. Giants and so the Tishes and the Maras sold 10% to Julia Koch.
Is it possible that it was the Tish family selling the 10% and Mara's family didn't actually give up any percentage?
My understanding, and I talked to this was before this all went down, was that it was 5-5.
Okay.
So my understanding is that it's 45-45, 10.
Gotcha.
So I don't know where that 23 number comes from. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But unless you're talking about the specific percentages from the Tishes, so Steve was 23%. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Either way, they're giving up control. And they're not giving it up to some stranger. They're giving it up to their kids.
Right.
But I take this as Steve Tish removing himself from the Giants ownership situation.
I think that's right.
Which was a necessary thing. And honestly, I don't care how it happened.
Right,
it didn't have to come from Roger Goodell. If he did it by himself, great.
This almost feels like the easy way to do it.
Yes. So you're not giving it up to a stranger.
Right.
You're giving it to your family.
Right.
But what you're also doing is you're removing the Giants to a degree from the Jeffrey Epstein conversation.
Right.
Because
No,
no
I
one
think
else.
you definitely are.
Yeah, I say mostly because I guess they'll still be Steve Tish's name will be associated with the Giants.
Of
like
course.
if more comes out.
Of course.
But in terms of control and power with the Giants, that's being removed. And I mentioned earlier, I don't know what caused it. I'm sure it'll be leaked out from the Tish family that, we were doing this all along. This was a plan. But clearly only a few weeks, I guess it's been 5 or 6 weeks since the Epstein files came out with his name attached to it. It's not a coincidence.
Right.
Let's go to Dan in Seaford. What's up, Dan?
Hey, guys, thanks for taking my call. Just to piggyback on that last guy's call, if Tish is the head of the trust, it doesn't mean anything. Also, when you put something in a trust like that, you get a big tax break. So I don't know if that's had anything to do with it.
Yeah,
He's not exactly walking. He's going to get a huge tax break, and he's still going to own the team. So it really did nothing.
Yeah, Dan, I got to tell you, that's a big part of it because think about the appreciation of that acquisition from when the Tishes took over till now.
Mm-hmm.
It's massive.
Yeah,
massive. $4 billion they're worth right now, or $3 billion, whatever it is.
It's an absurd number.
It's a big number.
That's why, I said to you this at the beginning of the year, it was half joking, but I was half serious, that I look at the Yankees and the Giants. These are legacy franchises in which it's been handed down generations. The Giants even more so than the Yankees because George bought the team in 1973. And I look at these incredibly valuable franchises, and I wonder the day that they say, let's just cash out.
Right.
We've had an amazing run, but my God, this team is worth such a ridiculous amount of money. Let's just cash out. And I don't know when that'll happen. That was my prediction for the year, but it kind of makes sense. And so there's no sign of Hal doing that by a stretch. There's no sign of John Mara doing that and the Mara family doing that. But you just wonder when something is worth such an absurd amount of money and it's been handed down, at what point do you say, let's just get out of this?
Yeah.
This is such a stupid amount of money. Let's sell it to some dummy and not have to deal with this anymore. Let's go to Mike in West Long Branch. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's up?
I agree with you on the Geno Smith thing. The Zach Wilson, he's a disaster. He isn't a lottery ticket, but I would have brought in Mike White back to compete with a veteran, but but Geno Smith, I don't understand the move, honestly. I mean, even if he has a good year and they go 8-9 or 7-10, something like that, what's that do for you? I mean, he's not the future.
But that's the argument Tiki has made, and I'll let you make it again, is that winning is important for this franchise.
You have to start building a winning culture. And so at some point, that means you have to have a competent quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers is a competent quarterback. Injuries derailed his opportunity here. Zach Wilson was rushed into being a leader that he wasn't capable of being, and it derailed his career. He might never ever get it back. And then these last couple of years, it's just been like, wait, what are we even doing?
Right.
Taking shots and overpaying a lottery ticket for Justin Fields, and now you're just trying to get some kind of stability at quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as bad as it feels that Geno Smith is that guy, at least he's a competent quarterback.
Yeah, I get our last caller's point because we can sit here on March 11th and have the big picture discussion of what does 8 and 9 do for you.
Yeah.
Because I get it. I've said it to you. What does it lead to? I can tell you in the midst of an 8-9 season, we're going to have a lot of fun because they'll actually be relevant. And there'll be moments where we think they're going to the playoffs. You go 8 and 9, there's usually an in the hunt graphic that features your name. And as a Jet fan that hasn't seen the playoffs in such a long time, obviously I want that, but I get the big picture because the big picture is once that's all over and they miss the playoffs on the last day of the year, or dare I say they make the playoffs and get annihilated by the Buffalo Bills on Wild Card Weekend, the follow-up question is going to be, now what?
Right.
And the now what is daunting because Geno will be 36. He'll be a free agent. And even if he's coming off of a really good year, now what?
Right.
You're going to keep him? You're going to pay him? You're going to draft someone where you're not even picking in a great spot? Like, the now what question is an absolutely fair question to ask. But I do admit, in the midst of a season like that, I'll be having a good time because I want to win. I'm sick of losing. I'm sick of lost seasons. I'm sick of talking about the draft in November. I don't want that. That's why I don't want to be lectured about tanking in March. Right. You could lecture me in November when they're 2 and 9. Sure, I get it. But going into a season, you always want to believe. And it's been a long damn time. And that's why I said this about 10:07, if you want to rewind on the Odyssey app. I didn't want to bring in Geno Smith. I don't want Geno Smith. But I know that I'm going to try to paint the dream picture of Geno Smith writing the greatest conclusion to a story that's ever been written, which is coming back home and winning big and shocking the world. I don't believe that's going to happen.
Right.
But as a fan, why wouldn't you dream? I'm a sick individual.
Yeah, you are.
I know. But I get it. But that's what you do as a sports fan. Let's go to Ron in St. Louis. Hey, Ron.
Hey, guys. Good morning. How you doing?
All's good.
What's up, man?
I'm going back to the WBC team, Italy. I do think somebody over there has to care because when Evan's guy Piazza was running it, Piazza's dream was to have an Italian at every position and try to win that way, and that did not work at all. And now they put Savelli in there, and they're back to the Italian ringers.
But just remember this, Ron. So what we did earlier in the show, about the last hour, is we had Bryce Gelman, Sean's podcast partner, call up an Italian bar and say point blank, because it's about 6 o'clock in Italy right now, are you guys pumped up about the WBC? And the guy said, we know what it is.
Right.
We don't give a crap.
We don't care.
So whether that's the players not being from Italy or it's the sport, like they just don't care about baseball, they don't care.
Right.
So Team Italy, you know who cares about Team Italy? Italian Americans. Right. And I respect that. That's great. That's fine. That's fantastic. But the people in Italy do not care. We've done our research. I think outside of the U.S., where people are going to care, like the countries where people will care, is obviously DR. Puerto Rico's not technically a country, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Venezuela. Japan cares. The Japanese ratings are like insane. Insanity. And to a degree, we care because I was looking at the WBC ratings from over the weekend. They were good. People were watching.
Of course.
People are watching more WBC games than they did Yankees-Red Sox. Put it that way. Had a higher rating than Yankees-Red Sox. Does that surprise you?
No, and Fox is putting these games on and not the ALCS, too. You know what I mean? On regular network TV.
That's
well,
true.
It's also because there's nothing else on.
Yeah, there's no football.
There's nothing else on.
I understand, but still, I mean, they're giving it more of a platform.
TV. It just is what it is.
What I'd be very curious about is if the U.S. advances and they're playing like a game against the DR in the finals, how big does that number get? Because I think the DR will get a better rating than Japan. I think
you're right.
We know
it'll be huge in Japan.
Yeah, it'd be monstrous in Japan, and it would do well here. I think U.S. DR would get the biggest rating. But the only way for that to happen is for the Italians to help us.
Yes.
The Italian Americans to help us.
You got a prediction? What's happening? What's happening in this game?
I think Mexico scores a 5th run in 11 innings time.
I don't even know how that works. Like, I don't know the tiebreaker for that.
Can you imagine?
It just mean like
that it goes to extra innings. They're both
crazy.
now trying to win, and the U.S. wins simply because they score 5 runs.
I think we're going to get eliminated tonight. I think Mexico's going to win 3-0.
Well,
that's my prediction.
3-0?
Yeah, 3-0 Mexico wins. We're eliminated.
No Vinny Pasquantino.
Hold on, he's got to do a read. So we
I'm
get out on time.
always busy juggling life and family. That's why Sloman's Shield and their Shield Link system has been amazing for us, combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. From the Apple Music, the doorbell cameras, the Alexa control, lighting and doors, and everything. It's all so easy, and you should experience the future of home security and automation as well with the Sloman's Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
We will see you tomorrow. Carton Show is next.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Max Crosby, oh my goodness. The Baltimore Ravens have announced that they are backing out of the trade for Crosby due to concerns with his physical. Now, Crosby would have helped address the Ravens' pass rush, which was one of their